done woke up, slept on me, trying to eat with vultures. Y'all look frail, let me feed the culture. Can't get full of the lead and coke, huh? Still sober? Y'all OD, follow me. Where the rain follow me, king. Yeah, I know the king, Martin Luther King. You ain't really gonna throne, boy, you in a dream. Wake up, y'all don't want it. Down to the white, I better put Milo on it. And that's un chico malo, homie. And if I'm scared, I guess I don't know it. Cause I'm still going right where the heat at. And where I ain't supposed to be, that's where I be at. And I spit that shit back. Listen to the truth while the sky crack and the Lord get back. Or somebody wants some get back and they click clack, leave you bent back, looking at the syntax. Never left, but I've been back. Cross on my bit neck and I don't rap gospel, I live that. But I'm nothing but a gimmick. You see me in a club, funny, you was in it. Skip a cosign, shout out to the homie Kendrick. And all I hear is crickets when I run into the critics. Oh well, show tells me a lot when they tell me to rock. Keep my eyebrows raised, smell what I'm cooking. And the sales may drop, yeah, the meal may stop. But they ask for the truth, yeah, I'm a dork. They like how you do that now. Sound kinda nice, boy, who that down? Is everything real good, true and fair? But you probably wouldn't listen if you knew that down. If you knew that down.
The heart beats just a little faster right now, doesn't it? As they stand alone right now. No cornermen. They're just ready to make the ring walk for the biggest fight that boxing can.
Keep your hands and keep your chins up. It's the one that only goes with the shadow in the front. It is a nice day out today. And before I do anything, yesterday, I went through the whole live yesterday. And I don't know why people need to tell me because my audio, my mic wasn't even on yesterday, bro. And I need to check. I had it on my camera mic. That sounds horrible, bro. That sounds horrible. I wasted a whole live yesterday. I mean, I still have it up, but it's nasty. Like people, I don't know how y'all didn't hear that. I noticed it afterwards. And let me check this real quick, bro. Yo, testing. Testing. All right, there you go. It's a little bit better now. There you go, man. I literally wasted a whole live yesterday, and I'm using my camera microphone, bro. That's that's unacceptable. I don't know why nobody tells me anything. Maybe I didn't see it, but if you ever see me doing a live, bro, and I hear weird, tell me, bro. I was kind of tight yesterday, man. I was like a 2-3 hour. It sounds like crap, bro. Like when you have a channel. Oh, just the guy I wanted to talk to. Pancho. My bad, bro. My bad for yesterday, man. You know, I went through the whole live. I felt bad yesterday. Yesterday I felt bad, bro. Okay, because yo, I mean it when I say that I fuck with y'all. The little bit of y'all that really support me, I really do appreciate y'all, man. And yesterday, I saw you in my live. I went back and looked at it, and you were saying what's up. And I don't know how I missed you, but listen, that's never personal, bro. I would never do that to you, bro. You know what I mean? That's my bad. You know, I have a habit sometimes of, especially like depending on how I'm feeling. If I'm talking. I still, after all this time, I still have that issue. I still have that issue where I'm talking and I'm not paying attention to the comments. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'm like trying to concentrate on what I'm talking about. And then I'm not even paying attention to what people are writing in the comments. But I saw you, bro. I saw you yesterday. Yeah, no, I know, but I felt kind of bad because when I look back, you was like, yo, what's up? And I don't know how I missed you, bro. But then again, yesterday, bro, was kind of weird. I had taken some time off. My voice almost left me yesterday. That's the first time that ever happened. I was talking and I started feeling like I was losing my voice. That was weird. It only happened for a little bit, but that's the first time that's ever happened. And but anyway, so I figured before I leave today, because I'm going to go out in a little bit, I figured I'll do a live before I go and just talk about this whole thing because as far as Turkey and Dana White goes, right? Because as a boxing fan, I'm going to be honest with you, right? More boxing for me is good. So that part I like. But I don't think everything, you know how they say like all money ain't good money? You know what I mean? Just because it's money don't mean it's good, bro. That's all I'm saying. So more boxing is good, but the way these guys are like, if the way I'm understanding this whole TKO thing with Dana White, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but first off, I feel like some of these guys are hypocrites in regards to Dana White. So did you guys hear what he said when he came to boxing? Did you hear he said that he's been saying this about boxing, by the way, okay? He's been saying this. If you ever I don't watch the UFC as much, but when you do watch the UFC, you'll see this man get out of pocket sometimes. Was anybody mention boxing? This man blows up. This man gets mad, right? He hates boxing, right? But yet, why does he want to be in boxing, right? And when you really look at Dana White and you look at his past history, well, first off, he's a sneaky individual, okay? Because anybody that sits there and trashes this man has literally trashed boxing for years, bro. Right? He's trashed boxing for years. And what he tries to tell people is he's not trashing boxing. He's trashing the sanctioning bodies and the promoters, right? And he tries to make it seem like he's only trashing the bad things of boxing. But that's not necessarily true. That's not true. There is numerous past press, like, you know, when the UFC has a press conference, post press conference, there's numerous post press conferences with this man slamming about pay, right? Because Dana White has had an issue in the past of not paying his own fighters, right? Or even before he had the position that he has. His position has moved a couple of times, right? At one point he was like the head, now he's like the face. Regardless, sort of like how Top Rank, you got Bob Arum and then you got the DeBow guy, right? It don't matter. He still got a high position, right? He still has power. He sits there and he trashes boxing in regards to how much they make, right? And the reason why he's got an issue with that is because he doesn't like the fact that boxers get paid a lot, right? But at the same time, you'll see a lot of UFC fighters complain that they don't make a lot of money, and that's recently changed due to a couple of lawsuits that they had recently. There's a couple lawsuits that they had. One of them was a group lawsuit of former fighters that was trying to sue the UFC for money that they feel like was owed to them. You know, Dana White has a I'm not saying that these promoters aren't crooked either. A lot of these dudes are crooked, bro. We all know that. Boxing is a dirty business like anything else. These promoters are crooked. Turkey's crooked, regardless of what you may think. He's crooked. Bob Arum's crooked. Al Heyman's crooked. Damn right, Oscar De La Hoya is crooked. All these guys are not honest dudes, but there's still levels to it. And on top of that, I'd rather put boxing in somebody like Oscar De La Hoya's hands, or like, first off, did you hear what Eddie Hearn said, right? I'm going to get into what Eddie Hearn said, because Eddie Hearn said something that I found kind of interesting in regards to him. So Dana White, right, and Eddie Hearn have I'm going to say I'm not even going to say they're cool. I'm going to say they have a tolerable relationship. Tolerable. You know, like when you're not really cool with somebody, you don't hate the dude, but you kind of tolerate him. It's like that. If you really read in between the lines, Dana White, he hates Oscar De La Hoya. He hates Oscar De La Hoya. That dude went off. He's like that fucking cokehead, this and that. He don't like him at all, right? Him and Oscar De La Hoya don't get along. Bob Arum. He done called Bob Arum. You know, he got beef with a lot of these guys. Not beef, but he just don't like them, right? Now with Eddie Hearn, on the other hand, they have sort of like a tolerable relationship. But even Eddie Hearn said, and Eddie Hearn is backtracking because 2 days ago, Eddie Hearn said, and let me pull it up real quick. He said that, oh, actually, I got the quote on the thumbnail. Actually, no, I got a different one here. Actually, I'll show it to you because I made a couple thumbnails in regard to it. Hold on. He said right here. Let me upload that. Eddie Hearn said, if someone like Dana White is in boxing, that goes to show you where boxing is at. Okay, that was a couple days ago. And he's basically, if that's like a low blow, because it's like trying to say boxing has gotten to a point where this guy is in boxing, right? And but then today he kind of like tried to turn it around and it made it seem like, oh, I'm in regards to Turkey, right? They were interviewing him, and like all these promoters love Turkey, right? Why do they love Turkey? Because of the money that this man, these guys don't got to come out of pocket whatsoever. They don't. They don't. The fighters don't, right? Nobody got to. All they got to do is, if he says, I want this guy to fight this guy, I'll pay you, the promoter. I'll pay your fighter. He takes care of everything. I'll fly you guys out there. That's why these guys love Turkey, right? But when you really think about it, we were talking about this yesterday. When you have a person that's paying for everything, right? I don't think that's a great idea. Especially when he has favoritism. And it was kind of weird yesterday because I was looking at it and people were like, well, Shadow, look what happened with Tank. I mean, anything's better than that. No, not necessarily, because, you know, we were talking about it. You saw the Shiraz fight, right? This man went up in between rounds and told Shiraz, yo, you're down on the scorecards. You better do something about it. That's illegal. You can't do that. Y'all know that? You can't do that. There's only a certain amount of people allowed in the corner, bro. This man can't be going up there like, yo, the scorecards say you're down. That's crazy, right? But because he's funding everything, nobody's going to say shit to him, bro. Right? So the other day, Eddie Hearn said, if someone like Dana White is in boxing, that goes to show you where boxing is at. Now, that's because him and Dana White have a tolerable relationship. Then he turned around today and said, oh, actually, no, I ain't got no problem with Dana. I ain't got a problem with Dana. He said, if Turkey was to leave right now, right? And I'm glad Eddie Hearn said this, and I hope the other promoters follow suit, because they're starting to see, you know how you can see the future? You start seeing a couple people align and start doing things, and you sit back and you go, wait a second, right? If you're at a job for a long period of time and you see things changing around you, you might think like, wait a second, if this keeps going the way it's going, I might not have a job, right? These guys are clearly coming out saying, and some of y'all might think is good, right? They're going to say, we don't want the sanctioning bodies and we don't want the promoters. We want one belt. Well, that's a great idea. I mean, a lot of us have been saying, yo, why is there 4 belts in each division? There should be 1 belt, 1 champion, right? Except for one thing. The UFC don't even follow that policy. The UFC's got an intern belt as well. In every one of their divisions, in fact. They got an intern and a champion. So he's over here saying, I only want 1 belt, but yet in your own organization, you got an intern belt. So that's number 1. But number 2, if these promoters are smart, they start reading in between the lines. They're trying to eliminate these guys. Now, there's good and bad with everything, but let's look at the bad, bro. Let's look at the bad. First of all, let me ask you this. How old is Turkey, right? How old is Turkey Al-Sheikh? He's an old man, right? And he's got health issues. Now, when I look back into Turkey, he's been in boxing for a minute, just not like how he is now. You know the interview I showed you yesterday with Bud Crawford, when I said, look, here goes Bud Crawford out of his own mouth saying that, you know, he didn't press Tio. If you go back to my live yesterday, you'll see it. By the way, I apologize for yesterday's live. That audio was horrible, bro. If my audio ever sounds crap, bro, y'all need to tell me something, bro. Okay? I went back and I looked at my live. That shit is horrible. It's nasty. It was my camera's mic. You could tell the difference. Just trust me. You could tell the difference. If you hear, if it sounds weird, just say, hey, Shadow, I think your camera mic is on. There was an echo. It was picking up shit in the background. Tell me, bro, because I feel like I wasted that whole live. It's supposed to be coming out of this mic, and I'm over here talking into the mic. It is not even picking it up. It's picking it up from behind the PC. But anyway, yesterday when I showed you the Bud Crawford interview in regards to when he said, you know, basically so many words I was trying to say, you know, he kind of admitted that he didn't press T.O., right? But that wasn't the whole point of the thing I was trying to show. I couldn't record the whole interview. But if you go back, and I think it was with the Ring magazine, he's talking about a multitude of things, right? He's talking about T.O. They bring up T.O., they bring up Canelo, they bring up a whole bunch of other, they bring up Turkey, right? Now, what was interesting is, I don't know if it was this interview or if it was another interview. What was interesting is Bud Crawford had said, somebody had asked him about Turkey. Like, when did Turkey come to him? And maybe y'all, like, I didn't know this, but Turkey's been involved in boxing for a minute. He just hasn't been doing what he's doing now. You know, like just throwing money out, trying to run shit, bring it over to Saudi Arabia. He's just started that recently. He's actually been involved in boxing for a minute, though. Bud Crawford said that before the Spence fight, somebody they asked him when was the first time when did Turkey approach you, right? And he said, I don't want to quote him, but I'm positive. He said, "Oh no, I've known Turkey for a minute. Like, he reached out to me before the Spence fight. I think it was like after when he fought Amir Khan. That was a long time ago, or Kell Brook. Well, that's a long time ago. So the man has been somewhat involved in boxing. We know he's a boxing fan, but he's been somewhat involved in boxing for a long time, right? It's only recently he's doing this, what he's doing now. But the point is this. You see how the Turkey is, right? And I'm not trying to say who's a better person. It's not even about that, bro. Is you watch people, right? You look at people, you see what they say and how they act, right? This man, when he don't get his way, he's so used to having access to money and just buying, you know what I mean? If he doesn't feel good, if he don't like the way his day's going, he's got access to money to just change it. You know, like that. Just think about that. Think about that mentality. Think about that mentality. You know, you walk into a movie theater, they're playing, I don't like this movie. I pay this guy, put on another movie like that. Literally saying to Bivol yesterday, "Oh, I'm not going to bid on Bivol's fight." He knows. He should know because, you know, he put on the Better Beef and Bivol fight. He should know. He knows what to do. Oh, and by the way, Bivol, don't be late. He basically calling this guy like that's disrespectful as fuck. All right. And these guys are going to follow suit and fall in line because it is. Now, the issue is this man passes away or this man changes his mind. I mean, you look at the actions of Turkey, right? I would not be surprised. This man wakes up one day and goes, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do this no more. I mean, look at his actions, by the way. A couple months ago, before he had Canelo, right? Before he had Nakatani, what was he doing? This man literally, any fighter that did not want to align with him, right? Any fighter, he kind of threatened them. It wasn't sort of a threat, but to me, I took it as a threat. Did you not take it as a threat? When he said we played it yesterday with Canelo. Let me find it again. You guys have seen it before, but this is before he approached Canelo and this is why some people look at Canelo like, look, Canelo bent the knee. I don't necessarily think that, but I do say that he kind of changed Canelo's mind. But I will say, out of all the fighters that he has, I guarantee you he can't push Canelo around like that for certain positions because he's got a lot of money, and at the end of the day, Canelo could simply say, it's a lot of money, but I don't need you. But then again, Canelo is about that money, right? When Canelo was on the Sway interview, the Hot 97 Sway, and they said, hey, the Turk said that he wants you to fight Crawford. And he was like, oh, is he going to pay? Remember? Is he going to pay? And that's when Canelo was like, you know, I don't like fighters that move around that much, but Crawford, I see his last fight and he don't move that much. So yeah, that's easy money if he wants to pay me, right? And then they now they're talking, right? And this is all before this picture, right? This is all before this picture. But months ago, when he tried to approach Canelo, and Canelo said, I don't like this way. What did Canelo say? I don't like the way this man does business, right? What did Turkey do? Not only did Turkey go on X, he said something like, I heard you don't like the way I do business. Well, I don't care, right? I target fights at fair prices. I'm not the one scared of David Benavidez. You see the way he was talking to Canelo, right? Then what to me was the ultimate disrespect, which is why I'm surprised Canelo even aligned himself with this man, is we all know Canelo Alvarez fights on 2 dates, right? What's the Cinco de Mayo and what's the other one? Those dates are Canelo dates. Like, everyone knows that, bro. Everyone knows that. Cinco de Mayo and the other, that's Canelo's days. If you want to put on a fight that day, go ahead. You're not gonna get no views. Like, people know that, right? So what did he do? He literally went to Dana White, right? He went to Dana White, who was putting on in the UFC, putting on an event right down the street from where Canelo was at the Sphere. Was it the Sphere? And Turkey dumped $20 million into that event, bro. Over $20 million to say to Canelo, like, yeah, I got pockets like that. Like, that's crazy. Think about that, bro. This man is literally like, oh, you don't want to talk to me? Or you don't want to come over here? Hey, Dana, you throwing on an event the same night as Canelo, right? Okay, look, deep pockets, bro. Here, boom, 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 boom. Let's put on a light show, all this other shit. He put so much money into that. You have fighters over there, boxers. You had Ryan Garcia over there. You had Devin Haney over there. You had Terrence Crawford over there. That's when they thought Terrence Crawford looked like Kendrick Lamar, remember? Which is still kind of crazy. Poor Crawford. He saw the picture was coming up. You know how they're like, there goes Shadow Ghost. And I'm like, hey, to the crowd, right? And you see your picture coming up. He's getting all ready and shit. And then his picture come on. They're like, hey, Kendrick Lamar. What the fuck? I'm not Kendrick. That was so funny. That was hilarious. Anyway, he dumped $20 million into that event. That goes to show you what type of person that you're dealing with, bro. You're dealing with a man that has deep pockets and a man that's willing to do whatever he got to do to sway or to make you like align with him. So with Turkey, there is no middle. There is no like oh, hey, Shadow, so you don't want to work with me? Okay. No, it's either Shadow, you work with me or you're against me. And if you're against me, get the fuck out the way because I got pockets. That's literally how this man is, bro. And I don't know how y'all don't see that. And at the end of the day, he put the icing on the cake in his last pay-per-view when the fighter he was going for, Shiraz, was getting his ass whooped by Carlos Adames. And he goes up in between the rounds, breaking the rules, and says to Shiraz, you're down in the scorecards. You better do something. That is illegal, bro. And nobody said a damn thing to the man. Why? Because it's his country. He funded the event. He paid the fighters. He paid the promoters. He paid the ref. He paid everybody. So who's going to say something to him? Nobody's going to say nothing to him. That is the issue I have. And yesterday, some of you guys were saying to me, yeah, but Shadow, but look what happened with Tank. I mean, anything's better than that. I mean, pick your poison, bro. Pick your poison. Oh, at least it's not crack. Well, it's coke over here. It's meth. I mean, pick your poison, bro. It's both bad. None of it is good. But I can foresee them trying to do something, and if it crumbles, it don't affect Turkey. It don't affect Turkey not one bit. This man's got unlimited funds, bro. $20 million to him is like chump change. So it's not going to affect him the way it will affect everyone else. And the fact that he's trying to actually, with the WBC, with Mauricio Suleiman. I mean, all these sanctioning bodies, first off, I don't like the WBC. I don't like them. I don't like the sanctioning bodies. I don't like what they do, right? But there's still a system that we've been accustomed to over the past, since we are accustomed to these people to just wipe everybody out and start your own league, first off, it ain't going to work. I don't think it's going to work. Because once the promoters realize, hey, this man's trying to bump us out, I actually think that the sanctioning bodies and promoters will gather together and they will stand up for it, because even though you're getting a big bag now, you can foresee him knocking you off, bro. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you get it paid now, but look at the future. I'm going to make a couple big bags now, but the way this guy's vision is, he's trying to eliminate me. So why should I continue to do business with this man when his global vision is to eliminate me? And that's why you saw Eddie Hearn backtrack with his statement. Because first he said, if Dana White is in boxing, that goes to show you where boxing is at. Then today he turned around and said, well, no, actually, I don't got no problem with Dana. Now he's backtracking, right? Because I don't know, maybe somebody made a phone call to Eddie Hearn. But now he's saying like, now he's saying him and Dana is okay, right? Which is kind of crazy, because Dana White has went off, like I said, on boxing on numerous occasions. After post press conference, UFC, he shitted on Bob Arum. He shitted on Oscar De La Hoya. He said Al Haymon, he don't got a problem with, right? He said Al Haymon, he don't got a problem with. Dana White says, I don't got a problem with Canelo Alvarez. He says, I love Mike Tyson, right? So he's got some people, a handful of people that he really kind of respects, right? But other than that, I think he's okay with Terrence Crawford. But other than that, he shitted on fighters for making money. And he don't like the fact certain fighters make money, because it makes their entity look bad. When your fighter that's in the top 5 or the top 7 is making this much, and this guy is making that much, it you know, why do you think? And I brought this up yesterday, and this is a fact, bro. This is a fact. Every time somebody in the UFC gets a belt, the first thing they say is what? Francis Ngannou, Sean O'Malley, all these guys, bro. All these guys say, oh, I want to fight boxing. I want to do what Conor McGregor did. Why? Because of the money, bro. You had Sean O'Malley said, as soon as he got his belt, it's crazy. This is how you know how bad it is. And he's supposedly one of the money makers over there. He got his belt and said, they were talking about his next fight. He said, oh, well, wait, I want to fight Tank. He even said, I'll fight Devin Haney. The man said, I'll fight Devin Haney on the Ariel Helwani show. That's how desperate he is to come over to the sport of boxing to get a bag. And all of them do that. Ngannou did it with Fury. Conor did it with Mayweather. Why? Because boxing is where the money's at. So don't you think there's a contradiction here? You got one man who literally doesn't think fighters should be getting paid that much, right? He's basically shitted on the sport of boxing, including, and it's not just the promoters and the sanctioning bodies. He doesn't like the fact that fighters make a lot of money in boxing. So he has shitted on the sport of boxing, whether he's correct or not, whether you agree with him or not. That's what he said. Now, he wants to form with Turkey to create their own league. And Dana White said, let me read you this article where Dana White says he wants to get rid of the sanctioning bodies. Right? That's just, look, I'm all for change, right? I'm all for change, but as a boxing fan, right? I don't know. Which one are you, bro? Like, I know there's some of y'all that's like, Shadow, I don't care about the future, bro. I just care about what fight I watched today, right? And I get you. I get you, right? But what if you can actually see further down the line what it's going to do? I don't think it's going to help it the way that it is. I don't like a lot of things in boxing. There's a lot of things I do want to change. If there's one thing I don't like, I do not like the WBC. I do not like that man on the right, bro. And I'm not talking about myself in the corner. That man on the right is a hypocrite. He's a snake. The man, one thing I didn't agree with is, you remember what this man did to Ryan Garcia, right? Now, I know some people are going to be like, that's good for what? Yes, Ryan Garcia got punished, right? But still, what he did in a way was kind of messed up. You know, as a veteran, you know, our country is founded off freedom of speech, bro. That means that I may not like what you say, but you have the right to say that, right? I don't like the KKK, but they're allowed to have rallies, bro. Okay? I believe in Jesus, right? People are allowed to be a Buddhist. People are allowed to be a Muslim. People are allowed to be whatever they want, right? I can't force somebody to say something or force somebody to align with my mentality or force somebody, right? But what did this man do? So when Ryan Garcia went off on one of his little crazy after taking some Ritalin or some shit or whatever it was, when he went on one of his racist rants, which we all know it's stupid and he's immature and it is what it is. This man went to the boxing game Undisputed where Ryan Garcia was on the cover, and I spoke about this extensively. The reason why I even had that game was because of Ryan Garcia. Me personally, I liked playing with Ryan Garcia because he had like the signature left hook in the game and he was knocking everybody out. I was enjoying that game. This is before it came out on console. I was enjoying the game, bro. And even though I don't agree with what Ryan Garcia said, it's freedom of speech. What did this man do? He went to the game and said, he went to the makers of Undisputed and said, take him out of the game. Take him off the cover, take him out of the game. And if he don't, we are going to withdraw our support from the game. Meaning the WBC, meaning all the fighters that they had brought to them. So these people had to make a quick business decision. Damn, take off Ryan Garcia, who's like the main guy we're promoting on this game, or keep Ryan Garcia and lose the WBC and like half the roster. So they let Ryan Garcia go. And what happened to the game? The game lost millions of dollars, bro. Millions of dollars. Now, whether you agree with it or not, the fact of the matter is this, bro. Ryan Garcia is allowed to say what he says, whether you agree with it or not. So because this man got all emotional, right? Got all emotional, he done fucked the sales of the game up and probably the future of that game. That's the problem when it comes to freedom of speech. Yeah, some of y'all may be like, yeah, but that's good for Ryan. Yeah, I'm not saying that's not. Ryan shouldn't say that, right? But he's allowed to say it. And what happens when you don't like it when people say what you want? So therefore, now he don't alter the game, and now the game got fucked up. It lost a lot of money. Right? And I really feel like it changed the trajectory of the game. So why am I talking about that? Is because look at Turkey, right? When people are in position of power and they don't like something, they're going to do what they can to sway, regardless of the consequence, regardless of the future. Like this man, Mauricio Suleiman could have cared less how much that game was going to lose. He didn't like what Ryan said, and he wanted him out the game. So what happens when someone like Turkey, who's got like access to money like crazy, bro, when he don't like something? The man said he loves Terrence Bud Crawford, right? Nothing wrong with that, right? But let me ask you, like, since y'all want to bring up Tank and shit, since y'all want to bring up Tank and the Palmade incident, right? What do you think will happen if Crawford fights Canelo and I don't know, Turk don't want Crawford to lose? You ever think of that? I mean, who's to stop him? Who's to stop him if he's paying for everything? That's why I feel like there has to be balance, bro. I don't care about favoritism. We all have favoritism. I have favoritism. Right? T.O. is going to be fighting Arnold Barboza coming up. Y'all know I'll never go. I don't like the shit T.O. says outside the ring, but in the ring, I'm never going to go against T.O. However, I'm not funding the fight, bro. Don't you think it would be a conflict of interest if you found out that I paid for the event, paid for T.O., paid for Barboza, paid for everything, paid for the ref, and y'all know how I am when it comes to T.O., I'm not going to bet against him. Wouldn't you feel a little bit weird? Wouldn't you say like, yo, Shadow paid for the refs, he paid for everything, and you know T.O.'s his guy? Like, that wouldn't make you feel a certain way, bro? Well, it should. It should. And then when you add Dana White in the mix, I don't know. Yes, sanctioning bodies are parasites. Yeah, we don't like them either. We don't like them either. But Dana wants them gone so his business partner. Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to say, Puro. Right? People only look at it like, oh, but look, Shadow, they're gonna get rid of all the snakes and the promoters and the sanction about it. And do what? Do what? They're gonna take it over their way, right? And get their business partners involved, and then it's going to change the structure of everything. And all I'm saying is we don't know how that's going to affect everything. And what happens when Turkey wakes up one day and says, I don't want to do this shit no more? Or Turkey passes away? People love it right now because they don't got to come out of pocket, bro. And I get it. We've been getting good fights, have we not? We got Usyk and Fury 1, Usyk and Fury 2, Bivol and Better Be 1, Bivol and Better Be 2. All the undercards were fire, right? Jared Anderson and Bacoli and we had Madrimov and Virgil Ortiz and then he did the Crawford card. Remember the Crawford card was good. We got El Rayo and Pitbull was on there, and we had some. He's put on great fights. I'm not here to shit on what the good thing Turkey does. I'm like this. But I'm going to call out the negative too. I'm not going to be like, damn, bro. Like, I'm not going to go, oh, well, he's putting on a good fight. Therefore, it's okay. He could go to the middle of the ring in between rounds and tell Shiraz he's down and that, he's down on the scorecards. There's no problem with that. I mean, come on. He's putting on a good fight, y'all. That's not how it's supposed to work, though. That's not how it's supposed to work. Like, this man, I'm just saying, bro, he's got unlimited funds to money. I'm enjoying it now. Okay? I'm enjoying it now because of the fights that we're getting. But at the end of the day, when you foresee what they're doing, yeah, maybe taking out the promoters and the sanctioning bodies is a good thing. But with the people that they're going to align themselves with Dana White and shit like that, it's not going to turn out for the better. I can tell you that right now. And all you got to do is look at the past history of people's actions, bro, and what they say. All you got to do is look at a person's past history, and it'll tell you their habit of behavior. Just go back. Every time Dana White has gotten upset, he slammed boxing. Fuck Oscar De La Hoya. Fuck Bob Arum. Everybody. Oh, the fighters make too much money. Blah, 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 blah. Shitting on boxing, right? Turk. Anybody that didn't want to align with him. Oh, okay. You better fall in line, right? Oh, Canelo, you don't want to align with me? Hey, Dana, I'm going to dump $20 million into your event on the same night of Canelo right down the street. Let's make it real pretty, right? Because he didn't like that Canelo. We didn't want to, right? So look at the past history of these guys. This is the mentality and the behavior of these guys. Not saying that Oscar and not saying Oscar, Mauricio Sulaiman, or any one of these guys are any better because they're snakes too. I just got done telling you what Mauricio Sulaiman did to the game with Ryan Garcia, which was stupid. Just because he didn't like what Ryan Garcia did, he don't mess that game up, bro. That game has suffered tremendously too. And, even the people that are behind the game, remember, Showbiz was a tester for that game. And the people that made that game said, yo, that really hit us hard. Like, Ryan Garcia was a big movement, a part of that game. So when they're giving us an ultimatum to get rid of him or to get rid of the WBC and half the roster, we had to let Ryan go. And look what happened. Now the game is messed up. And the good thing I could say about it is, I think Fight Night is Fight Night. Remember the Fight Night, the original game Fight Night? They're going to be making a game coming out soon. So, and at the end of the day, I don't think Turk or Dana is both of them together is bad. All right. First off, Turk, at the end of the day, I like Turk in the fights that he puts on, right? But The one thing I'm not, bro, and you guys should know this by now, like, just because I like something, right? I'm not all the way in. Okay? That goes with fighters too. All right? Just because I like a fighter, I'm not gonna overlook the shitty things he does or the shit that rubs me the wrong way. The same is with Turkey, bro. Okay? Great fights, you've done great, this and that. But when you do shitty shit, or I see your past history and your past behavior because you think that, you know, what if you just aren't, you're not feeling a certain way, you're just gonna openly kind of like threaten people, and yeah, you better fall in line. And oh, you don't, I'll dump 20 million into this event. Oh, Bivol, he knows better. I'm not even gonna whether he, first off, you don't play like that. Okay, so I don't care what angle you want to bring. Yeah, you could say, "Oh, Shadow, it's a business move." It don't that's shitty. Number one, that's shitty, and to say something like that to Bivol is fucking ridiculous, bro. Okay, and obviously he had enough money for Canelo to change his mind to align himself with him. But like I said, let's not forget what he did before Canelo came to him. Let's not forget the open-ended threat he made on the Madrimov and Crawford pay-per-view when he said, if he knows what's best for him, what does that mean? Like you got to read in between the lines, like, you know, and then when he see that now that Canelo's with him, everything's all good. But what happens when you upset him like Tim Tszyu did? Remember when he liked Tim Tszyu? Then Tim Tszyu did something he didn't look what happened to Tim Tszyu, right? And this is just the nature of the business, but I mean, it is what it is. I ain't gotta like it. I think Dana runs a separate entity, and he don't even run that. Okay, he's the face. Okay, a bunch of Jewish people own that entity, right? And just recently they had the whole thing with Bryce Mitchell, the dude that was on the podcast, saying he thought Hitler was a good guy, and you know, the owners of the people that fund UFC are Jewish, right? But it's just kind of weird how Dana has always been shitting on boxing, not just the promoters, not just the sanctioning bodies, but fighters pay, talking about they make too much, whether it's true or not, right? But the only reason why he did that, let's make no mistake, the only reason why he was shitting on them is because his own damn people that fight in the UFC, right, are like, yo, we need more money, right? Which is why every time they become a champion, the first thing they want to do is do a crossover fight. I mean, I never seen a champion in the UFC. The first thing he talked about, I want to fight Tank. I want to fight Devin Haney. That's what Sean O'Malley did before even talking about his next fight, his first title defense, bro. He was on Ariel Helwani the day after he beat, what's his name? Aljamain Sterling, Funk Master, right? I watch you. I'm not a huge UFC fan, but I do watch the pay-per-views and I go back and I try to catch them. And there is some fighters that I like in the UFC. When Aljamain Sterling got knocked out in the second round by Sean O'Malley, the very next day or 2 days later, he goes on the Ariel Helwani show and they're talking to him about wanting to rematch the dude that he had a loss to originally. I forgot the guy's name. Maybe you guys know, but it was in the fight where you know, the guy kicked him in the leg and O'Malley's like, his leg kept going out and he lost, and he basically said he never lost, and he gave the guy a rematch and he beat him up. But before he even talks about him, he's like, I want to fight Tank. I want to fight Devin Haney. Dustin Poirier, long time, you know, good, probably one of my favorite fighters in the UFC is Dustin Poirier, right? Said, you know, he wanted to do a crossover fight. Alex Pereira, who is the face of the UFC right now, I think it's a champion in 2 different divisions, and is fighting tonight. Fighting that dude, by the way, I forgot the dude he's fighting today, but that's a good fight too. I'm gonna catch that. He said, you know, hey, I want to do a crossover fight. So a lot of these guys know where the money is at, right? But then obviously Dana, you know, he doesn't like that, you know, which is why, by the way, like I said, go back and look at the lawsuits that the UFC had recently that got settled, was going on for years, and they were terrified because it was like 20, 30 fighters that was suing them for a lot of money. And not only were they suing for money, but they were suing for, if they would have got it their way, it would have changed the structure. The UFC would have had to pay fighters a certain amount. And I forgot what the outcome was of that. There's some UFC channels that I do watch. But they covered that extensively too. I'm not saying that Dana White is an honorable man or that he's any better or Mauricio Suleiman is any better. I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying that there shouldn't be no change in boxing. What I'm saying is, right, people looking at the good shit that they think they're going to see, but you're not seeing the negative shit that you're going to see, okay? Turkey has had a past history of when he doesn't get his way, he tries to persuade the outcome. Not only that, but the man also makes no kickback. He makes no money off this. So which means at any point he could say, I don't want to do this no more. All right? It's the same man that when Canelo got mad, he just dumped $20 million into a rival event the same night. Bro, look at the past behavior of these people. So one day this man might die. One day this man might wake up and say, I just want to do this with golf now. I'm not, I'm a boxing fan, but I don't want to do it no more. And by the way, let's say if it's a league, right? Let's say if it's a league. And from the thing I was reading with Dana White yesterday and the articles that came out today, he says that the vision he has is to eliminate the sanctioning bodies, right? Well, I don't think that's necessarily going to happen. If anything, what'll happen is this. The way he was talking about it right now, by the way, everything that they're saying isn't even written in stone. All right. I made sure that I caught up on it before going live. Nothing is set in stone. There hasn't been really, these are, it's coming soon. Right. And what they've revealed to us is what they've revealed to us. Right. But in the interview that Dana White said, he says, there's too many belts. I want to eliminate the sanctioning bodies. Right. But let's just say he wants to take that angle. What I think I'll end up seeing is we'll still have boxing and then we'll have a league. My whole thing is there's a difference between having a league versus having like a DAZN or another DAZN or Top Rank. You see what I'm saying? A league. When you say league, that means anything outside the league don't apply to you. Do you understand? Like it's very simple. Very simple. If I have my basketball league, anybody outside that league don't apply to my league. That's what that means. Well, you can't do that if there's sanctioning bodies. If you got a fighter that fights in DAZN, right? Or a fighter that fights in Top Rank and they're in the IBF, let's just say, right? Well, if your fighter is in your league but fights under the IBF, right? And this guy is a champion or a mandatory, you have to, right? That's why they got sanctioning bodies. That's why they don't like the sanctioning bodies, because the sanctioning bodies gets in the way of what they want to do. I just don't think it's all good, And on top of that, nothing is set in stone too. I mean, you should know from boxing in itself that every day the shit changes, bro. They say one thing and then, it changes. But from what I'm seeing right now, wanting to get a lot, it's kind of crazy too, because, Turkey got that money where like a lot of money to Turkey is nothing to a lot of money to us is like nothing to Turkey, it's like nothing to Turkey. Oh, of course, Bivens gonna side. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's what I said, HOD. I know what a league is, brother. I know what a league is. And a league, if you have a league, that's why they don't want no sanctioning bodies. Because if you have a league, right? If you have the NFL, that's like saying this. If you have the NFL, no college teams are gonna apply. What's happening in college other than you drafting players has nothing to do with your league. It's your league. You control what happens in it. But if there's sanctioning bodies, that gets in the way of shit, which is no wonder why they don't like sanctioning bodies. But it's kind of funny how Dana White says each division should have only one belt when the UFC don't even have one belt. They have intern belts as well in every division, by the way. And the promoters are going to have to get together. They're going to have to get together because just one promoter isn't going to, I mean, one promoter is like you could take his whole bank account and Turkey will laugh at it, you know? Y'all remember this movie? Y'all remember?
We get the warhead and we hold the world ransom for $1 million.
And the dude was frozen in time, and the guy was like, "Bro, $1 million ain't a lot today, bro. That's really nothing." He's like, "It's not." He's like, "No, it's not, bro." Then he said, $2 million. Nah, bro, that's not a lot either. That's like how it is to Turkey, bro. You say that to Turkey, Turkey's gonna be like, "Yeah, that's nothing, bro." Yeah, you know, and that's another thing too. Like, and that's stuff that we can't control. Like, look at that. Look at that, for instance, right? Look at that. I really was looking forward to after the Benavidez fight, right? I was looking forward to him getting the winner of Better Bevan Bivol. I really was. I really was, right? Not saying that still can't happen, but you see how Turkey is influencing the whole thing now. Now I don't want that fight. Now I don't. So now, instead of us getting, I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but I'm saying, do you see how he affects things? So we are over here thinking, okay, this guy gets next, and we're all looking forward to something. And Turk could turn around and say, I don't care what you guys think. I don't want that fight, and I'm not paying for it. And if he's not paying for it, then what does that mean? That means Samson Lukowicz, David Benavidez promoter, and they're all going to have to do it their way. But that costs what? That costs money. They don't like that because they like what Turkey's doing. They don't got to come out of pocket. Literally. Who was it? Was it Oscar? It was Oscar. Oscar had that face during the interview, bro. Oscar loved it. They asked, hey, Oscar, how do you love Riyadh season? Oh, I love it. He said, oh, I love it. I bet you do, Oscar. I bet you do. You don't got to pay nothing. You don't got to pay your fighter. You don't got to pay nothing. All you got to do is tell your fighter, hey, we're fighting this guy. Turk takes my cut. You get your cut. And I wonder, I was wondering this the other day. So you know how the promoter gets his cut, right? You know how the promoter gets his cut from the fight that he presents you, right? So what happens if he goes to Turkey, right? Because so if I'm your promoter and I set up a fight over here, I get a cut. That's how it works, right? So what happens if Turkey is like, yo, I want your fighter to fight. And I'm like, okay. And Turkey breaks me off. Do I still get that money? And do I get your cut? That's double dipping. Ain't that like the Ali Act or something? That's double dipping. Because the whole purpose of the promoter is to, you know what I mean? Set everything up and take my cut. Sort of like how a cut man or a trainer takes his cut, right? Everyone works for a fee or whatever, right? But what happens when you got some guy that says, I'll take care of all that. I'll take care of the place. I'll take care of the venue. I'll take care of the date. I'll take care of the rep. And then the promoter's like, damn, you gonna take care of my job. Oh, that's great. I love it. I wonder if he turns around and still gets a cut. Yeah, I think that's the Ali Act. I don't think he could do that. But then again, who cares about what can or what can't be doing? I mean, when you saw Turk go in the middle of the ring, but bro, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. That whole scorecard thing, I know some of y'all don't think it's a big deal. It's not like it affected the fight, okay? It didn't affect the Shiraz fight, but that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is you saw what that man did, and if he did that for that, I want you to really think about it now. Let's say, he wants to put on Crawford and Canelo, right? And you know how he feels about Canelo, right? So Crawford, regardless of what you think, right? Crawford is one of the best fighters of this generation, right? Even though I think Canelo beats Crawford, I don't think it goes the way like how it did with Jermell. I just don't, because I think to Crawford's credit, he's got good IQ, good ring IQ. He could switch stances. I think Jermell felt the power and just started retreating. I don't see Crawford doing that. We have to see what happens, but I don't see him doing that. So my whole point is Crawford could make it somewhat competitive, right? So if he makes it somewhat competitive and you have somebody who pays for everything and says, I love Crawford, that's where biasness is a problem. It's okay for you to say, I like this guy, I like that guy better than this guy. But when you like that guy and you're paying for everything, bro, including the refs, the venue, but that's a problem. That's a conflict of interest. And the problem is if I decide to do something, who's going to tell me something? Who's going to tell me what? You ain't going to tell me nothing. That's why I don't think it's good. That's why I don't think it's good. And like I said, past history of a person's character, bro. That should tell you something right there. Any man that says to you, you better play ball with me, and Canelo goes, nah, I don't like the way you talk to me. I don't like the way you do business. Oh, you don't? He called Dana White and puts $20 million to compete against your pay-per-view. And the shit was down the street, bro. Yeah, I remember that day too, because Ryan Garcia, they even had Ryan Garcia there. Crawford was there. Just remember the Kendrick Lamar shit. All them guys were there. And then right down the street was the Canelo fight, or a couple blocks away, I believe it was. That should tell you right then and there, like, this man, if he don't get his way, he's just going to throw money. And most guys are not going to say anything. Like Bivol. I don't blame Bivol. It's easy for me and you to say, man, what? You talking to me disrespectful? Forget that. I mean, it's very easy to say that. But when this man has money like that, he's giving you every fight you fight under this man, he's paying you like real money. It's very easy to overlook disrespect, bro. Like normally if somebody like spits in your face, you're like, I will kill you. Now let somebody spit in your face and write you a check for $1 billion. Okay. I forgot what happened. I'm just saying, money talks, right? So when you pay a person a certain amount of money, you could talk to them however you want. You could, at least that person thinks that. And he's going to continue to do it. He's going to continue to do it until somebody gives him pushback. Right? That's how it is in life. That's why I said yesterday, much as people want to say T.O.'s been pressed, he really hasn't been pressed, in my opinion. Not in my definition. The man's going to keep doing what he's doing until somebody really checks him. Meaning consequence, right? There has to be a consequence of your actions, right? Getting your picture taken and having a conversation, making sure the phones, people are recording, and I'm going to get a little loud with you. First off, that's not pushing up. And number two, that's not a consequence. Like, that's nothing. This doesn't work for T.O. And the same thing goes for Turk, bro. These dudes, when he gets mad and he says, you better fall in line, if you don't say nothing to him and you go, okay, Turk, whatever, like Bivol, if you don't say nothing, what do you think? Okay, so now he knows. Now he knows. I got Bivol. He ain't gonna do nothing. What's he gonna do? I mean, yo, the man literally sat up there and said, I'm not gonna bid on this man's fight, bro. He knows. Like, you know what I mean? Imagine if I said that to somebody. Oh, that him? Oh, he know. I didn't even gotta say nothing to him. He knows shadow shit. He know. By the way, don't be late. That's how he's talking. Some old King of New York type shit. He could do that because he's got the money to do it. That's the type of person I don't want. Now, then again, like I said, I mean, you got people like, I'm just saying, I see the negative as well as the good, man. As long as we're getting fights now, I guess it's good, right? I guess it's good. And by the way, I'm for them getting rid of like somebody like Mauricio Suleiman. I'm all for it. But I just know, number one, it's not that easy, even with money. Number two, oh, by the way, I want to say something. You remember when I kept saying, now I actually might see the point. Although I do believe some of you guys do it for ulterior motives, ulterior reasons. You know, when people were saying they don't like what Turkey's doing, right? You know, when people were against everything Turkey was doing, right? And I was with the crowd that was like, bro, I don't care. I don't care where they fight. I don't care if they fight on the moon, right? I was with that camp. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care they're fighting in Saudi Arabia. I don't care if they fight in China. The only thing that's going to affect me is what time it comes on over here, right? I may have to get up a little bit earlier, right? Whatever. That's the worst that affects me. I still get the fight, right? And look, we got to fight a great pay-per-view card. And how much was the card? It was like $20-something, right? Now, it was promoted as the best card of all time. And even though it wasn't, it's still better than any card that I've seen in a long time, matchmaking wise, stylistically. Okay, stylistically. PBC used to fool people. Actually, they weren't fooling me. Maybe they weren't fooling you. PBC would love putting on pay-per-views, and they would put somebody like Leo Santa Cruz, Deontay Wilder, and all these good names, right, on the card. But their opponents was like nothing, really, stylistically. You knew who was going to win. It wasn't a close fight. And you had people like, that's a fire card, right? Oh, man, look what PBC's doing. That's a fire-ass card. Yeah, okay. The fighters, good fighter, good fighter, good fighter, good fighter. Their opponents the opponents is stylistically, they're not going to do anything. So it's like, unless it's one of them days where you got a bad day and it's an upset, which does happen in boxing. It happens in any sport. It even happens in football and basketball. Teams have a bad day or whatever, right? But at the end of the day, you got all these great fighters and all their opposition is nothing, bro. It's nothing. So you already know kind of like the outcome unless somebody lands a lucky punch, right? Or just has an off night. And you have people saying, that's a great card. Look at what PBC's doing. It's legendary, right? So, no. As far as good cards, like with Turkey, he's actually putting on good, evenly matched fights, right? So that card that was promoted, that was touted to be the best fight of the best fight card ever? Okay, no, it wasn't the best fight card ever, okay? Because I think I saw a card where I think I told you guys it was a couple months ago. I told you guys I found a card, man. Who was on the main event? I forgot who was on the main event, boy, but I found a card, bro, and that was legendary to me. Now, I don't think that the opponents at that time, I got to look back at the opponents, but the names was legendary to me. You have my favorite fighter of all time, Tito Trinidad was on there. Floyd Mayweather was on there. Floyd Mayweather did a promo and was talking about Felix Trinidad. And he was like, yeah, you can either get the left hook or whatever. And you have Roy Jones. And then you had all of them were on the card. Now, however, Floyd and Tito was like, you know, they weren't the names that they were. But that's the type of cards we had back then all the time, right? Now, granted, I don't think I gotta find the card, but to me that was legendary, bro. But then again, you got to be able to foresee who Floyd was gonna be and Tito was gonna be. But regardless, the card that Turkey put on stylistically, maybe it wasn't a bad card, okay? It wasn't a bad pay-per-view. And that's with Kid Austin pulling out and the electrician coming in. And Bacoli coming in on a 1 day's notice, which I think was the dumbest thing he could have ever did. Yeah, money. Yeah, it's a good payday, but Bacoli, you was in line, bro. You was going to get a bag anyway. You was already in line. That bag, you was going to get it, and you would have had a full training camp. We just waited a little bit, but money talks. That's what I'm saying. You see, when Turk got that much money, Turk could call you on a Sunday. Literally, bro, that man came in on a less than 48 hours notice, bro. Less than that, bro. Less. I think they said 30-something hours. No training camp unless he's been working out here or there and got smoked, bro. Joseph Parker smoked his ass, and now he got knocked back. I don't know how many I don't know how far he went back in the rankings, but in my opinion, but it's easy for me to say, right? It's easy for me to say as a fan, but I'm just saying, think it's smart. Somebody in this corner should have been like, bro, you're already in line for a title shot. Like, let's get a full training camp. But that's what the money does, right? Now, it's all fun and games when nobody's coming out of pocket and the Turk don't mind losing money, right? But what happens when this man changes his mind, bro? What happens if this man passes away? What happens if he turns around and says, yeah, I just want to do golf now? Because like I said, when I started this live, I went back and looked at Turkey. Turkey has been involved in boxing for a very long time. He just hasn't been like he is now. Let me find the Crawford interview where Crawford tells you Turk came to him after the Amir Khan fight. How long ago was that? How long ago was that? Terrence Crawford. Let me see, which one was it? 2019 is when the Turk came to Crawford. But remember, in 2019, the Turk wasn't doing what he's doing now. So he was involved. He just wasn't like this. Let me see if I can find that. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find that. Give me a second. Oh, by the way, I still got to find that interview where I saw T.O. from years ago basically describing Lamont Roach, bro. Years ago. I got to find that interview, but he's basically describing Lamont Roach. He's telling you how to beat Tank. And at that time, I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. And the way T.O. said that shit made perfect sense. T.O. was like, bro, you can't commit, but you can't run. But you can't like try to knock him out. You got to stand there, stand with good defense and pop shot him. Not so much pop shot him, but you know what I mean? Like he literally described Lamont Roach, bro. Okay, let me see. Crawford speaks on when he first met Turk. I think this is it right here. Was it this interview? It could have been the one he did with Andre Ward. I think it was. Right here it is. Right here. Here it is. I think, is this the one? Okay, here we go right here. Here we go right here. So he's speaking. Now, I don't know if this is the one, but he brings it up. I wonder if he brings it up extensively how he was. But the one I saw, he said, the Turk reached out to me years ago, and not personally, but people after a fight, people came up to me and said, hey, this man wants to talk to you. And this was before he was doing all this, right? Which goes to show you the man his hand has been in boxing, sort of like maybe in the background a little bit.
Turkey and his team. This is the Riyadh season. This is the first time that Turkey and his team in Saudi Arabia are coming to the United States. I read it, and it may have been a video where, you know, he made it very clear that you are either his favorite fighter or one of his favorite fighters. How did that relationship come about?
Well, he had reached out to me a few years ago. I was with Top Rank.
Oh, so he reached out a few years ago.
Yeah, but not too much of nothing. But when he reached out, you know, he wanted me to come to Saudi.
Saudi.
Always had something to do, but he told me.
So hold on.
He was just like, "You my favorite fighter, and I want you to fight more often than what you've been fighting in the past." I'm like, "I've been wanting to fight more often. Politics has led me to being out the ring longer than I really would like it to be, but it happens. Everything happened for a reason, and I'm here now, and hey, it was a good run."
How you feel being a
So he reached out to him when he was at top rank, bro. And by the way, that's why like y'all be like, by the way, don't think I don't be seeing your comments when I go back in my lives, bro. I be seeing what some of y'all be saying. Y'all be like, bullshit, shadow, bro. I don't just make up shit, bro. Everything I say, I've seen, bro. Sometimes I don't have the interview in front of me. I don't just make up shit, bro. I be reading some of y'all comments, bullshit, shadow. I'm just making up shit, bro. I don't just make up shit. The man reached out to him when he was at top rank, bro. And there's another interview where he said it was like after the Amir Khan fight or the Kell Brook fight. That's a long time ago, bro. That's like 2019 that the Turk reached out to this man. That's before he was doing all this crazy. But my whole point is this. At some point, the Turk decided, I don't want to play ball in the background no more. Maybe he didn't like what he saw, whatever, right? At some point, the Turk's like, nah, I'm tired of being behind the scenes. I'm going to step up front and I'm going to start doing shit. I want to see this fight. I want to see this fight. And then started throwing money around. And now we got Riyadh season. And getting back to my point in regards to, I remember with some of the channel, I would see channels go, well, I don't like Turk, what he's doing, right? And remember, I know me, I would be like, man, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I don't care where they fight, man. It's like, I might have to wake up a little earlier. But now I kind of like might see what they're saying. But then again, I still think some of them were doing it because I don't know why some of these channels do it, but some of them are like aligned with promotions, which is kind of weird to me. I'm not PBC nor Top Rank nor the Zone. I'm boxing. You know what I mean? But regardless, maybe some of them I'm now starting to see what they're seeing, because the man, the whole point is the man's been involved in boxing for a long period of time, but just suddenly out of nowhere just decides to become upfront and wants to see certain fights and just throw money. And now we got Riyadh season, and now he can do shit like I don't want Benavidez to fight this guy. Oh, Bivol, I'm not gonna put money on this shit. Bivol, you know what's up. You better not be late either. Like, that's the issue I'm starting to see. And when you align yourself with Dana White, bro, I'm just saying, even though I may not like Mauricio Suleiman and somewhat the sanctioning bodies do, I don't think it's any better. And I think some of the point that you guys were trying to tell me yesterday is Shadow. But look, Shadow, like, look what happened with Take this past weekend. I get it. I'm not saying it is. In fact, it disgusted me so much. Right? It disgusted me so much. I didn't go live the whole week because it was disgusting to me. I didn't really want to talk about it. I thought that they robbed Lamont Roach, right? I thought he should have got the damn win. And the dirty business of boxing got its way again, right? And so I just didn't want to talk about it. But not only that, not only that, and I gotta stop doing this because sometimes I feel like I let in certain situations, I let the outside community affect how I feel in regards to going live or not, because sometimes I just don't want to deal with the bullshit. Like, I knew there was going to be a group of people like the next day that was going to be like, I told you Lamont was going to do that. And nobody said Lamont was going to do that, bro. I didn't see not one channel. Maybe there was. I didn't see them. Most channels weren't even talking about the fight, right? That includes me. I think I did 1 or 2 lives on it, but that's because common sense, or I'm not gonna, I obviously can't say common sense because look what happened, but it's very understandable why somebody wouldn't want to talk about the fight or just say, oh, he's gonna kill Lamont Roach. He brought him up from 130 to 135, but then we see what happens, right? There's a robbery, and then of course the next day you got people, I told you that was gonna happen. No, you didn't, bro. All right, no, you didn't. The only thing I've been seeing in regards to Tank, and I think a lot, Not everybody, but a lot of people have just been saying we just don't know how good he is because he's not fighting the top competition in his divisions. That's a far fetch from I knew Lamont Roach was going to do that. That's way two different things, bro. Way two different things. You saying I thought the man was overrated because he never fought these guys is totally different than you saying I knew Lamont Roach was going to do. No, stop, bro. No, you didn't. And if you do, please let me know because I want to bet when you make predictions because I'm trying to, I'm trying to get a house in this market, man. Shadow is a duck. Let's see if he reads it later. Read what? What is this guy on now? I don't know if HOD's trolling me or whatever, but he should. Yeah. Oh, yeah. HOD, you should know better. Yeah, you should know better than to try to fucking tell me what I should talk about, when I should talk about it, how long I talk about it. You should know not to do that, brother. Don't play with me. I know you're joking. I know you're joking. Because that's because like Canelo, like Canelo, that's the wrong way to go about me dropping a link, bro. That is the wrong way to go when you do that, and you have a history of doing that with me. And I don't know if you're playing around or not. You have a history of like trying to like sway me on what I should do when you should just be like, hey, brother, can you drop the link? But no, you want to do shit like that. That's the shit that's going to make me not do it. That's the shit that's going to make me continue to talk about whatever the fuck you don't like for another 2 hours straight. That shit don't work with me, bro. So I don't know what you were trying to say. And I'm not trying to go back and read all that, bro. But you know more than anybody, if you don't like anything I'm saying, it's very simple. You're on an open forum, bro. You just click to another channel. You don't like what I'm saying. You don't like I've been talking about it for another hour? We'll go leave for another hour and come back. He trolling me. I know he is. You piece of crap. Here, man. Here, bro. Here. I swear. Y'all know y'all know how to push me and get me the fuck out of my pot. Come on, man. Stop it with that shit. I was fine today. I was fine. Y'all start doing that shit. What do you mean, Pluto? Oh, that's one thing in regards to Tank. Not that it means anything, but not for nothing. Not to get off. I'm gonna get back on topic, but in regards to Tank, I'm starting to see why I think. I'm gonna get back on topic. Oh, you got to echo there. I think I'm starting to see why he's probably avoided. I'm not gonna say he avoided, but after what I saw, I look at things in a different perspective now. With that Lamont Roach fight, I'm starting to think like maybe a lot of the things we saw with Shakur and Devin. And I'm gonna say this before you go, HLD. So one thing that made me think of this. So I saw Tank talking, right? He said this, and then I'll get to you, HLD. Hold on one second. He said this before. I think this was the day of. This had to be the day of. I know I have it right here. Here it is, right here. Boom. Switch over here real quick. Right here. Okay, let me play. Let me share the screen. I see you, Puto. Give me a second. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Let me just play this real quick and then we'll start.
You're good, brother. You're good. Take your time.
He said, I believe this was on the morning of the fight, bro. This had to be the morning. It had to be because did Lamont Roach mark him up in his face a little bit, right? So is this
a little.
Okay, so this had to be the day of. But anyway, this is what he says right here. And I'm gonna tell you why this made me think. Hold on one second.
How many fights do you think you have? How many fights do you think you have left?
Fights I have left.
Oh, that's the fag.
Actually, fights I have left probably like I would say I have a lot of fight in me, but probably after this year, I call it quits.
Okay, so probably like what, 2 or 3 more?
Yeah, for sure. Probably not even 3, probably 2 more.
Okay, so right there, probably 2 more. Now, when I look back at what happened with Lamont Roach and how he's been acting, right? Saying I don't want to, this, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do that. It makes me just look back and maybe some of y'all were right. And I don't mind admitting that I was wrong. Maybe he didn't really want to fight Shakur that much or Devin, because he said, I remember when the guy brought up in this interview, the 3 Ferraris, right? And he said, why did you do that? And he said, because I didn't like the way they were doing business. I didn't like the way the Turk said to me, oh, well, Devin Haney or Shakur, one of them. That's my guy. That's my guy. I like him. Well, then that tells me that if I go over there and I don't knock him out, y'all gonna steal the fight from me. And that's I thought I saw what happened with Lamont. And now I'm thinking maybe Tank didn't really want to fight these guys for that reason, because I'm like, why would you say if I don't knock him out? When we know if you fight Shakur or you fight Devin, the only way you win is if you knock him out, because it's not gonna be 7-5 Tank. It's you got to knock them out or they're going to outbox you. So the fact that you even questioning yourself, if I don't knock them out, then I started thinking maybe he didn't want to fight these guys, bro. But go ahead. What's going on, y'all?
Good so, man. Yo, you get lost with the comments, bro. And you read them so late that you forgot what you said earlier, which is what the comment was for.
Yeah.
For example, you said, oh, I've been trying to say something. So when you said that, I responded, yeah, you've been saying something for an hour now, making fun of me, fool. And so when I said, you said, what you said, oh, don't you guys think I don't read the comments? And then
okay. Let me say this before you guys go. Look, my bad. I think I might have like a form of I don't know. I know I have OCD, but I also think might have like some I don't know what to call it, but like.
I don't take nothing personal, man.
I want to read the comments. I do. But when I start talking, it's hard for me to just stop. And then
I get it, man. I get it.
Hard.
I just want you to know I'm making fun of what you said at the moment. But when you read it, then you take it the wrong way. And what you trying to say, man? You don't want to disagree.
I knew you was trolling. I
wasn't just making fun of what you said earlier. Anyway, so que lo que hay, puro. Yo, man, he had his whole face marked up. He got his ass beat. What are we talking about?
I don't think he got his ass beat. I think he definitely lost 7-5, 8-4 if you count the knockdown.
I had it 8-4. I had it 8-4, and at worst 9-3. But I didn't have it on 7-5.
I didn't think Lamont Roach needed the knockdown. That's the thing.
No, he didn't. Just without the knockdown, it was what I at best. At worst he won it 8-4. At best 9-3. That was my assessment without the drop.
Yeah.
So
the thing was about that fight. Like to me, what makes Tank look bad in this particular fight is that Lamont Roach, to me, still is and has shown throughout his career to be C-level. Like he's a really good fighter. I'm not trying to like dog him or anything, but it's like I haven't seen what I've seen from him enough to say that he's anywhere near a championship level.
He's not.
Hector Garcia beat him.
He doesn't have special attributes. What he is a disciplined fighter. He's disciplined. You know what I mean? And that's what beat Tank. His discipline.
This the pros, bro. Like all these guys are disciplined when it comes to fight night.
No, not everybody's disciplined, because had Brody been disciplined in the game plan, he could have beat Tank that night. But he was like he rushed his ass into it. Same thing with Ryan Garcia. Had he just been disciplined in the game plan, he could have beat Tank that night. But he went all in stupid.
Who?
Both Rolly and Ryan.
No, but Rolly was disciplined. He just didn't. He lacks the skills to beat a guy like Tank.
No, he jumped into that punch. He jumped into the punch. He was beating his ass for the first few rounds.
But he wasn't beating his ass.
Well, he was winning on my scorecard. He won 4 out of the 6 rounds.
He won some rounds, but like literally he didn't do enough to like say he was.
It if there was not a knockout in the sixth, I think it was the sixth round, right?
Mm.
If it was up to that point, the way that round was going, to me, it would have been 4-2 Rolly.
Yeah, but it wasn't that. It wasn't that. The fight was like tied up or Tank was up.
Well, the judges bullshit scorecards because we all know that they're protecting Tank.
The only thing that matter. The judges.
But they're protecting Tank like they did here.
No,
referee, judges. That's
conspiracy bullshit. That's conspiracy.
That's not conspiracy. It's a fact.
No,
it's a fact. They protect that little midget ass.
Like I said,
he got exposed.
You
know what you were saying earlier, Shadow? You know what you were saying earlier, Shadow? Yeah, they are protecting. That's why he's never going to fight the top guys. Never.
Anywho.
Never.
Shadow, what I wanted to get off real quick, and I'll let HLD go about the mic drop, is this comment that I posted in your comments, bro? Like where he puts, Bud tweets out, like when did the referees forget the rules that when you take a knee, it's a knockdown? And then And then it was a guy named Fred Garvin repost the Mean Machine knockdown.
Velasquez.
Yeah, and I barely saw it today. I'm like, Tank is usually really cringe, and sometimes they'll say shit. But to me, I gotta give Tank his props. He mic dropped on fucking Bud. Oh, that shit, bro.
Well,
it was crazy.
Hey, look. Play
that shit, Shadow, so people can see that shit.
I am. Hey, look. Hey, just.
Yeah, but it was a very different circumstance.
It's exact same.
Voluntary being a bitch. One was voluntary being a bitch, and the other one, hey, you got caught.
I love it.
I think he's talking about like how he responded to him. Hold on one second.
I'm talking about the whole situation too, bro. Yeah, like at the end of the day, I thought Tank lost, but still, bro, like people are crazy.
Hold on one second. Let me make sure.
People are nuts.
Hey, what's going on? Is this LT?
I got grease in my eye.
Yeah, man, it's me, brother.
Okay, what's going on, brother? Just had to make sure.
I got grease in my eye.
Pinche culero del LT, ¿qué hubo?
¿Qué onda, carnal? ¿Qué dices, pa?
Nomás, tú sabes. Before you go, anybody goes, LT, bro, like you and Matt Chad, bro, like that shit is fucking hilarious, bro. You guys are pinches tan lotarios, bro. I'm laughing my ass off. Anyways, I digress. Go ahead.
Hey, where you going? Don't go. Hey, you gotta leave, Hudo?
Oh no, I just wanted to get off that about the Tank thing real quick. That's all.
Nah,
you good? You good? I'm here.
He's gonna get fired up, man.
I'm here. No, that's it. I just thought that was funny.
Hey, Shadow Ghost, bro. Hey, Shadow Ghost. Just I wanted to jump and tell you this, brother. You know what, Shadow Ghost? We're talking about what's it? ¿Cómo se llama este güey? Dana White, right? Like, is he? Those conversations that we're having, all of us. Is he good for boxing? Like, what is he gonna do? Like, is he a double agent and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Shadow Ghost. I want to say like 3 days ago, bro. Bro, like everybody has an app, the Bible app, right? So like, when I want to go to sleep, bro, I just press the Bible app, reads it, right? It reads it for me, right?
Yeah.
The audio, right? So I just close my eyes and just plays on the background, right? Until until I wake up and it's done, right? Before it just like, when I'm like, like closing my eyes and I'm already falling asleep and just like certain words just come into my head, like boom, right? That the things reading from the Bible, right? And one, bro, it came out, bro, that reminded me of this. You can't serve two lords. I can't remember exactly. I think it's Luke or something. Can't remember exactly. And it just clicked it, like it just went in, like I opened my eyes when it said that you can't be serving two lords. And I opened my eyes like, okay, like God wanted me to hear that, right? Definitely. So I went to sleep, bro. And now that this Dana White, bro, is coming and he's UFC and he's always like with, you know what I mean? Like trying to come, trying to like go against boxing.
It's very different meaning of the metaphor, but I get how you're conflating it, but it's totally
bro.
different.
It's like, hey, bro, like it's still like you can't.
It's a false equivalence.
No, it's because you don't see it, bro. Like
I do see it, man.
Statement, LT. Were you finished with your statement? I don't know.
No, I'm not. I don't like. I want to like, but that's the way se ríe. Like you can't be, bro. Listen to me, bro. Please, HLD, please, bro. Like you're always on the panel, bro. Like casi nunca hablo con Shadow Ghost. I almost never talk to Shadow Ghost. So let me just convey my idea with him, right? Let me just Shadow Ghost, and bro, like And you know, and when this Dana White, bro, like, you know, the dude started UFC, and you know, like he's always trying to put pay-per-views against boxing and this and that, and you know what I mean, bro. And like the dude, like he fucking bought the UFC, and he brought UFC for what it is, and all this MMA, and bought, like, you know what I'm Dana is UFC. In other words, right? The dude fucking built that fucking shit.
Yeah.
Right? That's his baby. That's, you know what I mean? Now to go in boxing, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't think you're serving, like, you know what I mean? You can't serve two lords, bro.
You mean like run the like serve the UFC, run the UFC and another entity, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think, and look, I'm not saying that Dana can't run something. I'm just saying there's a huge, like, boxing was around way before the UFC, and it's a totally different beast. And like you said, if you listen to Dana, how many times have I heard Dana say, you know, people want to say like Dana just doesn't like the bad things, and that's what I've heard some people say. Oh, Dana White doesn't like the bad things. No, Dana White has shitted on fighters, and sometimes we agree, but he didn't like the fact that they were getting paid a certain amount, because he doesn't like that every time a person becomes a champion in the sport where he's the face, they want to do a crossover fight. You know,
right.
I were you here when I was talking about Sean O'Malley? Sean O'Malley, just real quick. Sean O'Malley, he knocked out the dude Aljamain Sterling and got the belt. 2 days later, he was on Al Hawani, I think it is, the Jewish guy, whatever. And they were bringing up the only loss that Sean O'Malley had, which was against more I forgot the guy's name. You guys know him in the chat. And they were like, so you're gonna rematch him? And he's like, well, actually, you know, I'm trying to get a fight with Tank. I'm trying to get a fight with Devin Haney. So he, like, it's just crazy. Everyone that gets a belt, they want to cross up because that's where the bag is at. And Dana didn't like that. And I'm just like, Dana doesn't just speak about the bad things in boxing. Dana speaks out against boxing, bro.
Right, definitely, bro. He definitely does, bro.
It's a huge difference, though. The huge difference is, yeah, he started. He helped the Fertitta brothers get the company, whatnot. He is now working for the owners of this company. Now he's just a structure guy for the UFC. Now they're Jews over there on that side. Over here, what he's doing, he's going to be helping out Turkey for the structure of it. Because he's not in it for the profit. He's in it now because Turkey needs someone to do the structure. and just, I laugh because he's talking about serving two masters on a Christian note, and one guy works for a Jew, and now he's working out for a Muslim. They don't give a fuck about none of this shit. But I understand the metaphor. But when it comes to two masters in your life, what do you praise more? Let's say us, we're fans of boxing, and we also super hardcore on it. Are we putting boxing ahead of the Lord? So which one is your master? That's what it's talking about in scripture in the Bible. But I think it's a totally different thing. We just don't understand what the structure is, and you think that it's all the same. He's there for Turkey to establish a structure. The structure that UFC has, as how they have one belt. One belt per division. It's not 4 sanctioning bodies with 4 belts, 4 regulars, 4 interims in one division.
Yeah, but
he's trying to do it in one division, 1 belt.
But HOD, he doesn't even have 1 belt in his own damn entity.
He does. He has the ring belt.
No, I'm talking about Dana White. Dana White always talks about 1 belt, but yet he's got an interim belt in every one of his damn.
Well, yeah, but do you know what an interim belt is?
It's still a belt.
No, the point of the interim is if the champion, if your champion breaks his neck, you gotta have somebody replace him. That's what it's for.
It's still an extra belt, bro.
But it's not the same as having WBA belt and another WBA belt regular.
I'm telling you, not everybody looks at the way you just explained it. No,
because no, it's not about looking at it. Because you're ignorant to the rule. You don't know what you're talking about.
Hold on. You want to know how I know? Because Dustin Poirier, who never had a major belt, he was intern champ. He said, yo, that to me, people look at the intern belt as what it is. To me, that was my biggest accomplishment. You know, that's like just as much as getting the big belt, because he never got the big belt. So yeah, even though the purpose of it may be in case a champ gets hurt or whatever, some people look at that as an actual.
Well, you got to beat somebody's ass to get it.
Not always.
But it's still. First off, let's just say
We just saw Barboza. His biggest accomplishment was to get the interim belt. He had to beat two guys to get to that position.
Who did you?
So that's what that. I mean, yeah, you're gonna be if that's the greatest accomplishment you had. That's all you can say.
Who did you just?
Barboza.
Oh, Barboza.
He was crying and all that, like he won the fucking undisputed, and I respect it because it's his biggest accomplishment.
Hey, I know Pudo going for him against Tio, right?
No, but I mean,
but you're deviating from the point.
Lacks all kinds of context, especially when it comes to Arnold Barboza. But I wanted to say real quick first, in response to Dana White, though, Shadow, that's the thing. He's never spoken on what's wrong about boxing. He's always spoken on like what people think is wrong about boxing. Dana White, if y'all don't remember, made his money as a boxer size instructor. Like Billy Blanks did Taibo. Remember that shit?
Yeah, I know.
Dana White did boxer size.
And he had to leave.
That's all he did. He was a fan, bro. Dana White was a fan.
No, I never said he's not a boxing fan, Pudo.
No. That's why I'm going, Shadow. Like he was a fan. He's just like anybody on here. Like that thinks we know what's best for the sport, but we don't really know shit because we don't even know how it truly operates. But what I'm saying is,
he knows a little more than us.
He wanted to come into boxing as a promoter. The powers that be, the oligarchy, if you want to call it, I've always been a good old boys club. The Bob Arams, the Don Kings, they don't like to let new money in.
You gotta have big money to come in. If you don't have it, you can't do it.
He's held rencor. I don't know how to say rencor in English. I don't know why. My dumbass. He's
resentment.
Fight to the establishment. Resentment. Thank you. To the establishment for not letting them in. So to me, I don't know. Like this could be. I was like, okay, I'm finally in boxing. I'm gonna fuck these fools up. But he's not in it to better the sport, bro. Like
that's my whole thing. First off,
but he's not investing it's not the same thing as what he did at the UFC.
To be fair, I don't think a lot of these guys are trying to better the sport. But I will say this though, there's a difference to me. You ever what is the saying? What is the saying when you got two bad things to choose from?
The lesser of two evils.
Thank you, brother. The lesser of two evils. That's how I look at this. Okay, you have the lesser of two evils, but you have one evil.
La más bonita de las dos feas.
That has been running. You have one that has been, but boxing has been running a certain way the whole time, and people might say, okay, well, it changes or whatever. All I'm saying is this: I do not think it's going to work out the way that people think it's going to work out, especially with you got Turkey fronting everything. Well, what happens when that goes away, bro?
It goes back to the shit it is. I mean, what is that?
Exactly, that's what I said. I commented on that earlier. Shadow.
That's exactly what.
That's an easy answer.
That was one of the things I forgot to say. So,
but I ain't worried about that. You feeding me today, I'm gonna take it.
Eddie Hearn said this. So Eddie Hearn said, if someone like Dana White is in boxing, that goes to show you where boxing is at. That was 2 days ago, right? And then I know somebody must have said something to him because then he backtracked and said, no, I don't got no issues with Dana White and this and that. But then he said that exact thing. He said, as far as Riyadh season goes, he's like, I love Riyadh season in so many words, like, like we don't got to put up money or nothing like that. But he's like, I love Riyadh season, this and that. But if we were ever to part ways, what was his exact comment was, if we were ever to part ways, then I'll just go back to throwing on 35 events a year. I think it was like with the zone and Matchroom or whatever, right? So he basically said the same thing, but the difference is that what happens when, and that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is this: if you start your own league and let's say you eliminate all these other things, right? Because people say it goes back to the way it is. What happens if you destruct so like the United States military, we are looked at as destroy and rebuild. People like to say we go over to the countries, we destroy the country, and then we rebuild it the way that we want it. We put our own government there and this and that. What happens when they destroy or try to break down everything in boxing and try to rebuild it, and then Turkey leaves and just abandons? So now everything it changed, it left you don't broke it. So that's the point.
It'll take time, but it'll get back to what it was. Shadow.
But will it get back though?
Yeah, bro. But it's that nothing is permanent in life, my man.
Check this out, Shadow. It'll change if the people that currently run it now, the guys in the background, let it change. These guys are not stupid people, bro. Like
I was gonna say that. I don't think they're gonna let it, bro.
Like literally, if they're all about the money, which is usually what a company is, it's capitalism. That's what it is.
It is capitalism.
Supply and demand, right? At the end of the day, if they want to stay making money, they're not gonna let somebody in that's gonna ultimately, in the long run, just completely shatter their livelihoods. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let me ask you.
It all
So,
depends how it plays out.
actually, I wanted to ask you guys this. So since you guys are on the panel, so let me ask you. I bet you guys might have a different answer, but I don't actually know. But I'm gonna say I don't think so. So obviously, someone like Mauricio Suleiman looks at Turkey like a threat. Obviously, it's a given. When you got Dana White coming out saying, "Hey, I appreciate you for coming on, LT." When you got Dana White coming out saying, "I want to eliminate the sanctioning bodies," you know damn well that somebody like Mauricio Suleiman looks at him as a threat. So my whole thing is like, obviously, if you are the IBF, the WBA, or the WBO, or whatever, right? Obviously, you guys would want to band together, right? Now you would be behind the scenes. We need to start formulating a plan, aligning ourselves with other promoters and other people to not budge when this guy comes with offers. That's how I'm looking at it. Because if not, that's why I started my live and saying, people like the bag. So for instance, HOD said one of the things that me and HOD disagreed on last week, or the 2 weeks ago, was Martin Bacoli. I said, I don't think he should have just hopped on and got that. And HOD was like, yeah, but this is life-changing money. And I was like, well, okay, yeah, but he was still in line anyway. But I guess I understand what he's saying, because what if Bacoli would have got injured or whatever, right? You don't want to miss up on that opportunity, right? But at the end of the day, when I'm looking at this, these guys can foresee what's going on, right? So not everybody's going to be like, well, just give me that big bag right now, Turkey. I'm pretty sure there are people in the background, Puerto, just like you're saying, like Mauricio Suleiman. I'll be like, well, wait a second. I don't care what they're going to offer me or what they're going to bring to my table, because I can foresee in the future they want to eliminate somebody like me.
With Turkey, the sanctioning bodies are going to become irrelevant. There's no power in the sanctioning bodies. The only ones that's why they're right now they're shaking in their boots. The sanctioning bodies are gonna be shaking in their boots because they got no power. They're not promoters. They're just sanctioning bodies to fucking belts.
They have no power. What are you talking?
They have no power.
So
now the only let me finish. Now with money,
person in boxing.
There is no power in those. If nobody wants, look right now, Bivens about to fucking take that WBC belt and shove it up Mauricio Suleiman's ass. That's what he's gonna do, and he's gonna go fight the trilogy.
I wish they didn't exist as a fan, bro, because
he's gonna take the belt and he's gonna drop it and fight the trilogy with better beef. That's what's gonna happen.
Nah, you don't know what's gonna happen, bro.
That's what's gonna happen. Bill actually just posted today too.
Well, do you want? Let me ask you this. Okay, regardless of what he's gonna do, do you think me as a boxing fan, and I don't know how you view it, but I think
did the IBF have power against Canelo to drop the belt?
I didn't hear that.
Hold on. Let me say what I was gonna say. Let me say what I was gonna say. So yesterday, Tycho was in here, and I'm with him with what he said in regards to what Turkey did with Bivol and everything. He's like, I don't like the fact that Benavidez came out of nowhere and was able to override Better Beef as far as like getting a rematch for the third fight. But I'm looking at it like this. If we were told, I just don't like as a boxing fan, but then again, I have OCD. I don't like it when people tell me the whole month or that, and I know shit changes, but I'm the type of person that's like, HOD, if we plan to do something on the 14th, right? I get it. Shit happens, right? But I mean, if I'm gonna make a plan, look forward to it. I'm gonna look forward to it. I'm gonna set that day aside. You know what I mean? I'm gonna cancel everything. So as a boxing fan, when you telling me that David Benavidez is gonna get the winner, a Better Beef and Bivol, and then I'm looking forward to that, and then a couple days later, Turkey just want to come out and be like, I'm not interested in that no more. Like that's the shit I'm talking about.
That's his right though.
But that's the problem when you have somebody that funds everything, because
I didn't pay for it.
Huh?
Somebody out of nowhere too.
Somebody out of nowhere.
Pay for it.
I understand that he can do that. Do you understand? The problem I see with one person is funding everything, because when you have multiple people funding from all different sides, or at least a couple different parties,
but
one person can't just fucking overrule everything. But if you have everybody paying everything, and I'm paying for this and that, it's very easy for me to go into Shiraz's corner and go, "Hey, you're down in the scorecard." Who the fuck's gonna say something to me? Who's gonna say?
What does one thing have to do with the other? We're talking about just the business. Now you're talking about him going to the corner. Different point.
This is the same thing I'm talking about. When he has the power to actually determine who the fuck. I'm just gonna. Now Benavidez is not gonna fight this guy. Now he's not gonna do that. That's where the sanctioning bodies come in.
It's money because this is what's happening.
The sanctioning bodies come into play. That's why the sanctioning bodies are there.
That's not how it works. You're so damn confused.
That's not how it works. It's funny, bro.
That's exactly why they
have. Right now, Bivens gonna drop the WBC, bro.
That's exactly
what they have that, because he's gonna make more money with better be than the trilogy with Turkey.
What's the sanctioning bodies for then?
For these trinket belts.
What is the rankings for? What is the rankings for?
For the trinket belts.
Right.
And what's the name of the game? Prize fighting. So Bivens gonna go with the person who's gonna pay him the most money.
HOD. But isn't the sanctioning bodies there? Because if you look at somebody like, hey, let me finish. If you have someone like a Turk who just funds everything, fine, I get it. He pays for everything. He could change his mind. He could do what he wants. It's his money. But if you have the sanctioning bodies and the guy's ranked here and you're working your way up and that's a mandatory and you're next, that is why that's there. So somebody can't just come in and go, I got big fucking money. Fuck that. Fuck what he did. Fuck his mandatory. I'm just gonna run. I want what I want next. That's what.
Canelo did just that.
And that's
who
why.
That's right. Who said that's right? Nope. I'm not saying that's right.
Canelo did just that.
I'm not. It doesn't. That does. So what? So that's like saying.
No,
this guy did it, so that's okay.
Whatever.
I don't understand you, HOD. I don't.
Because you're not understanding the nature of the business.
I don't even think you understand.
You're gonna go with what's gonna pay you more, regardless of what trinket belt is out there.
He doesn't.
So okay,
I'm not gonna say I 100% understand.
I don't.
My point being is that
I admit I don't know the business, but I know that there's sanctioning bodies.
We're fighting Berlanga more money than fighting this Cubano that he's about to fight.
Now, do you know how much ego it takes for somebody that's not involved in the sport whatsoever to speak in absolutes and say this is how it works, bro? This is fucking crazy to me.
It's crazy to you because you don't even want to understand it. That's what's happening.
I understand it 100%.
Money rules.
I understand where I am.
What power does Mauricio have? Zero.
I understand what people do on social media when it relates to boxing.
Mauricio has zero power versus the money bag.
Zero power.
Does he control the purse? Yes. He who controls the purse has the power.
Yes, he controls the purse.
He doesn't, because you see that like this because you're not being egotistical.
No, I'm not being egotistical. I'm going by
what money does Mauricio control.
But at the end of the day, bro, like literally, like people on social media ain't on here to fucking
what power of the purse does Mauricio Suleiman have?
Understand how it works, bro. People are here to try to spread misinformation to confuse.
You're doing that because you want to say Mauricio Suleiman owns the purse. You're mad that every time Mauricio Suleiman go take a hike. You're mad that Turkey is telling Mauricio Suleiman go take a hike.
Did he take a hike?
What did he do yesterday? He had to send multiple emails so that all his grand champions posted pictures.
I can answer that question. This is what he did. Exactly what I just described. Spread misinformation to confuse people. That's it. But I ain't confused.
All right. So when he told that to Bivol, you're gonna do that, or you're gonna be. If I'm not gonna bid on it, and you want more money, you're not gonna get no money with Better Beef in a purse bid compared to what I'm gonna give you versus Better Beef.
Mm-hmm.
It's as simple as that.
Your point.
It's as simple as that.
Your point.
You know, that's just how he is.
I
laugh when they say that. Like this is
all I know. I'm gonna say this, bro. Oh, go ahead. My bad. I don't know. I'm gonna say this.
But you can't even articulate how much you
want to make money on social media. Contact
you just said that he owns the purse.
Check me.
No, that's false information.
Okay, HOD. Let me say this, and then you can go, Puto. Listen, HOD. I'm not gonna act like I know the business more than other people, and okay, I'm not behind when contracts are being made, but from my basic understanding, when you have the IBF or the WBA, like let's take Kid Austin for example, right? When Kid Austin's father was talking about they were gonna fight Shakur, and Shakur's under the WBC, right? And he said, "Well, I'm not familiar with the WBC and how they do things over here. We fight under the WBA, right?" When you're fighting in the WBA, from my understanding, is you have rankings. Now we know the rankings don't always mean everything, but from my understanding, when you have sanctioning bodies, that's there. So someone, and yes, it is prize fighting, but just because you have money does not mean that if that's the case, then there shouldn't be rankings, okay? Because a person has his rank number 3 or got next in line, right? And what you're saying is prize fighting, but still, that the whole purpose of that, I believe, is so someone like Turk can't just come out of nowhere and go, "Oh, I got big bag. Fuck that person who got next. I want this." I believe the sanctioning bodies are there to be. No, that's a mandatory, bro. He worked his way up the ranks.
So he fighter's gonna drop the belt.
Am I wrong or am I correct when
the
I say
fighter drops the fucking belt? So then after he drops the belt, what power does Mauricio Suleiman have?
That wasn't my question, HOD.
But no, yeah, this guy's coming in to take over. Fuck all these sanctioning. That's what he's saying. Fuck all these sanctioning bodies.
That still wasn't my question.
Hey, Shadow, you're gay. Does that make it true? Thank you.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, if I see you kissing a dude, yeah.
HOD. My question is, my question isn't what. And look, brother, you see how I'm not.
Get to the question because you gave me a whole spiel. What is the question?
I've asked it 3 times already, and all you do is yell, bro.
No, you're saying that what is the purpose of the sanctioning body is to enforce a mando?
Is it the sanctioning body if a person is a mandatory, right?
Yeah.
I get it. That is prize fighting, but isn't that there so someone like the Turk can't just come out of somewhere and be like, fuck that mandatory?
No.
So what's the mandatory there for? What is
it's just for you? If you want to fight for the belt, it's for that. That's it.
Right. So if you worked your way up the rankings, right, and you're mandatory, you're telling me that's not there, so somebody can't come out of nowhere and just say, "Fuck the rankings, I got money." No, I believe the rankings are there.
Forget that sanctioning body, and you come fight for me.
Yep, but that wasn't. Forget it.
You just gotta accept what I'm telling you.
Go ahead, Pudo. Go ahead.
There's no barrier, and nobody's stopping a fighter to have to honor his mandatory or a champion. It's either if you respect the sanctioning body, yes. If they're telling you, man, here's this much more money, fuck it, that's what's gonna happen. Canelo just did that with the IBF. He's like, no, I'm not gonna honor that. You want me to fight this guy? No. And he said, fuck it. What happened to Canelo?
I don't know if are you
nothing. He dropped the belt. I'm asking, what happened to Canelo?
That has nothing to do with
that is the exact same scenario.
But that has nothing to do with what it's there for.
It's only there for to honor the sanctioning body. If you care about the belt of a sanctioning body, that's what it's for. But if you don't give a shit about it, then you don't give a shit about it. I'm gonna fight for this other sanctioning body. Fuck you, Mauricio. Didn't Teal do that with the tournament? He told the WBC, no, I'm not fighting for no damn interim belt because I want to fight Lomachenko. Fuck you in the tournament. I'm gonna go through the IBF. What could they do? Nothing.
Oh my god. Go ahead, hey Pudo, you got something to say? Pudo, you there?
Look at the last comment that Bivol just posted.
Oh, I expect Bivol to fall in line.
Well, no, it's not about falling in line. It's like, hey, you're gonna pay me more money. Yeah, I'm gonna fall in line. You do that at work every day. Anybody who works on an everyday basis, yes, boss, yes, sir, for a lot less money.
I think we've been over this when it comes to me. I have you.
You're still gonna take orders, and you're gonna get paid.
I'll take. Listen, I'll take orders, but the day you fuck with me, I got morals. I will leave, bro. You're not gonna just treat me.
Okay,
like
then you leaving someone will take your place.
Some people will spit in their mother's face for $1. I'm not like that.
Yeah, but you're exaggerating. That's what this guy's doing.
I mean,
it's like me telling you at work, look, man, you're gonna do this, and if you don't do it, yeah, I'm gonna replace you. You know what's good for you. It's as simple as that.
I don't. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, you don't want to do the job? All right, man. Take your shit. Get out. I'm replacing you.
You don't see the issue with that, bro?
Bro, it's working, bro.
but see, just that doesn't that so I mean that's like, come on, bro. Just because it's working doesn't mean it's right, bro. Or that's how it's supposed to be. The man is undisputed. The man is undisputed, right?
Right.
So there's mandatories and there's shit for the
And he has the lineal belt.
right.
And that's the belt that Turkey's saying that's the only one that matters. Because he only wants to have one champion per division, and that's his motive and with all this thing that he's doing. That's why he told Canelo. You saw what he told Canelo on the stage, right?
Hold on 1 second. Yes, Jonathan Ramirez, and yes, they are a problem too. And that actually, you know what? That's funny because that was something that I forgot to talk about. That was one of the things I wanted to talk about. Look at what they did to El Rayo. Yes, they all do fucked up shit. Like they forced El Rayo to fight Antoine Russell.
Right. That was kind of fucked up. They didn't let him breathe.
You saw the interview with fucking what's his name?
Robert? What's fucked up is a guy who lost had an opportunity for a belt.
Yes. That is what.
That's the only part that I thought was bad. That he had to fight this dude, I don't have a problem with that. You're the champion. That's okay.
Robert Garcia said. Let me see if I can find the interview. He said that he said that he went to El Rayo, and he said to El Rayo like something like because El Rayo came to him and when they were talking, right? Because apparently they talked to him without him there. And Robert Garcia said in an interview, like he said, so you got a rematch, right? And O'Reilly said, no, I don't got it. He said, why don't you have a rematch? Like you're the champ. You should have a rematch clause in there, right? He said Pitbull had a rematch clause, but Pitbull just chose not to do it. And so he says, no, you don't understand. They're telling me to take it how it is, or so El Rayo was forced. Not saying he wouldn't have fought Antoine. It was the conditions and how fast they. And then
it becomes a take it or leave it.
Yeah, to take it or leave it. And Garcia was like, "But this guy came off a loss."
That's what they did to Tio. I mean, they all do that. So we're complaining about Turkey. All of these motherfucking promoters are snakes.
I said that. I started off my live saying
right. So
it's the lesser of two evils, brother. The lesser of two evils.
You know, just like right now, Bivol does have a rematch clause with Better Beef. And then the WBC comes into snake in about making this mandatory. And what they're really trying to do is trying to give, because what they're really, you guys don't know, what they're trying to do is give Benavidez some step aside money. And Turkey smelled it. And he's down there, no, fuck you.
Puto, are you still there, Puto? Where'd he go, HL? Did he say he was leaving or?
Maybe, I mean, he's got a family too, so sometimes he has to do things.
Oh, okay. Hold on one second. I wanted you. This made me kind of feel messed up for this kind of made me. I felt. I mean, listen. I'm not the. I mean, I like El Rayo. At least I'm not like the biggest fan. I've watched his training camps and stuff, but I do think that was kind of fucked up that you make him. He's the champ, and you make him take it or leave it off and then this dude just had a fucking loss, bro. That's crazy to me.
I mean, the take it or leave it without the rematch clause is the fucked up part. I don't have a problem with him fighting. I just don't like that that the sanctioning body allowed a guy who's on a loss to have another title shot. That's what's fucked up. But who did that? The sanctioning body. That's as simple as that. But when it comes to prize fighting, money rules all, which is why Turkey's coming in and he's going to be. But Eddie's my promoter, right? But what does the Ali Act says? You cannot deny your fighter the biggest purse. You can't. And what's Turkey going to do? Oh, but I was going to fight so and so. Yeah, well. I got a contract for you to fight this guy for a lot more money.
Right here. Shout out to YSM. I think that's the channel. YSM Sports Media. Hold on 1 second. Right here. This is interesting. So this is in regards to him taking the fight without. He was basically they told him take it or leave it, and almost like as if to say if you don't take it, like I wonder what they would have done if he would have said no. I wonder what were they gonna strip him? Right here. So this is what he says right here.
It's not going to be an easy fight. Mikey, like you said, everybody, we were all excited because he fucking had a great training camp, great sparring, get off. Plus, no excuses. Russell came out. Why,
Right here. Here we
get
go.
his belt back, or do you think he should work his way back and get back in there against Russell to try to get his belt back, or do you think he should work his way back up?
The thing is that I'm not. It's not something that I'm making up. When Rayo got that fight, we did tell him, why that fight, Rayo? Why the Russells have always been great fighters, man. An Olympian, all wins by knockout. Could have been somebody else, and they told me it's him or nobody else. He said they forced him to fight him, and then he says they didn't even let me get a rematch clause. You're the champion. It's your voluntary title defense. He should have been allowed to get a rematch clause. Everybody does. Pitbull had a rematch clause. What's the name? Gallo Estrada had a rematch clause. Pitbull didn't want to do it. Rayo didn't want to do it. I mean, Gallo Estrada didn't want to do it. So that's their decision.
Yeah.
But I don't. With Rayo, he told us. They told me I'm not allowed to get a rematch clause. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I really can't say much. He signed the contract, so
yeah. I see that. See, I don't know. See, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. And you saw how they did that too. They did it behind his back.
Well, I mean, but again, the fighter signed it.
I get that part, HOD, but he's basically, if you read between the lines, he's saying that they spoke that basically, if Robert Garcia was there, he would have been like, no, wait a second, like.
No, he said that they told him no.
Right, they told him no. Right, exactly. So but it was news to him because you would think that your team is involved. Like that goes to show you they pulled him to the side. They didn't have his team around him. They didn't have his trainer around him. They didn't have nobody around him. And they told El Rayo, you're going to take this fight. And that's why Robert Garcia is like, he's like shocked. He's like, wait, why wouldn't you get a rematch clause? Like Pitbull had a rematch clause and who Estrada had a rematch clause. And
Turkey,
they both chose not to do it. So
why is that different from Turkey? Turkey, he gave these fighters a rematch clause. And he wants them to honor it.
Yeah, but HOD,
and then the sanctioning is coming in.
Why are you saying what's different when I didn't even bring that? This was so.
No, I'm just showing you. Look, they don't want to give. They don't want to give this young man a rematch clause, but yet Turkey and his contracts with Bivol and Better Beef, he has rematch clauses. He honored it for them. He's given it because he's all right. Rematch clauses. We had Better Beef beat. Bivol beat Better Beef. There's supposed to be a trilogy within the rematch, but then here comes WBC and want to not them to honor the rematch clause. So that's the same thing of taking it away, and that's why. And why you think now Turkey's like, you know what? Fuck you, WBC. That's why he told Canelo, no, don't bring that belt on the stage. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
No, get that shit out of here. This is the only belt that matters. The ring belt. That's what
I look at it like this, man. I don't care if it's wrong on one side, wrong on the other side. I just call it out, bro. So
but it's wrong. It's wrong that WBC doesn't want to honor a rematch clause.
Yeah, it is.
And it's wrong that this promoter did not want to. That's what it is.
And it's wrong how Turkey goes up in between corners and tells a fighter that
they all do that. Oh my God. I'm not gonna he did a little one thing that we seen Mayweather do. We've seen other people do.
Why do you do that? See, this is what I don't understand. Like you say that as if they jumped off a bridge too. They're wrong too.
You need to win the next 2 rounds.
They're wrong too. I don't care who did it.
But what was wrong that he did? He told the fighter that you got to pick up 2 rounds.
You're not supposed to be up in between the fucking corners. I don't care who you are.
He wasn't on the apron,
bro. All right, HOD. I'm not.
Was he on the apron?
With you.
Was he Calvin Ford?
What Turkey did was illegal. Yes or no? Yes or no?
I know that the rules are if you get on the stairs or on the apron, it's illegal. Or it's illegal to try to be given instructions while they're fighting like that. You know what I mean?
And I also don't think what Mayweather did was wrong too. But then I also found out though, and I don't know how true this is. But when people try to bring that up with Mayweather and PBC, when he said you're down in the scorecards, right? Because that was wrong too. But I heard that before the fight, Mayweather, because they're supposed to be up to 4 people in the corner, he had 3. They try to say that
I counted 3 on the other side.
I think it's 4 people, right? And at the tank, if I'm correct, there was 3, and people tried to say the same thing with Floyd, like you're not supposed to be up there. But then they came out and said, now I don't know if they were just covering their ass, but I think they came out and said, no, Floyd was the 4th person on the list.
And between the rounds, I mean, when they're fighting,
you're not supposed to like
when they're fighting, they're supposed to be sitting in a chair.
Right, sitting in the chair or whatever it is. Like nobody is supposed to come up out the crowd. Don't matter whether they come sit down or not. They're not supposed to just come up to the corner and be like, hey, HOD, you down on the cards. Now, even though people might say, well, who cares? Well, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. That's what it's just there to just, I think it's no different than if we say you know what
I'm more worried about than that? I'm more worried about that fight ended up in a draw. That is where I have a problem with.
And this is what.
But then going up to that changed the whole dynamic of the fight. No, it didn't.
No, but that's not the point though. The point is this, bro. You see something like that, and then you're not surprised when you hear that.
If it's cheating, then why didn't they disqualify the tank?
You're not surprised that there's bro. I'm talking about Turkey.
There was no cheating.
But when you do that, and then I'm not surprised there's a draw. And this is the problem that I have with fucking Turkey, because it's like when this guy's paying for everything and he's coming out saying things like, oh, I love Crawford, that's my favorite fighter. So what happens when Canelo fucking fights Crawford and he kind of like wants Crawford to win? And what happens if Crawford makes it somewhat competitive?
Okay, but we're arguing about the same shit that we see week in and week out here in America.
I don't. HOD loves to do this whole but he did it too.
But it's because we see it. It's a systematic issue.
Like if I said,
it's not a singular issue in Saudi Arabia.
Hold on. He loves to do this shit, Pudo. Like if I said, hey man, this guy's selling crack at the school. Like, what the fuck? They all sell crack in school in Detroit. Know, right? Like he loves doing that shit like that. That's not right either. That's not right. They wrong too, bro. You're not supposed to do it, bro. Well, you love doing that shit. Like they all fucking do. They all break the rules.
No, you're singularly making it out right, he's the only one doing that.
They wrong too. I didn't say he the only one doing that.
But that's how you don't have this person. Hey, that's entirely in itself. Like I said,
when people point out shit wrong, you love to say, but they all do. I don't give a fuck whether they all do it. They wrong too.
They are all wrong, just like I told you, because they are all paid. I've told you that before a million times. Judges are paid off. Referees are paid off. So that's how it is in boxing and elsewhere.
So when you see him go up to the corner and say you're down on the scorecards and he's not supposed to be up there, and then you shouldn't be surprised when you hear that there's a draw, because he's showing you right then and there he's biased towards Shiraz. He wants Shiraz to win. Therefore, now all of a sudden that fight is a draw. So I'm telling you, when somebody is
are you surprised?
No, I just said that. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised when I see something like that, and that doesn't make it right. I don't give a fuck if they all do it or they all do it if they cheat too. They cheat too, Shadow. Like that, I don't give a fuck. They wrong too. Yeah, they wrong too.
Shadow, but this is the thing, bro. HLD ain't no anomaly. Ain't something new that like this is how like social media operates. Like, bro, like literally, like in the real world, if you want to like if we were actually doing business, you're not gonna try to talk over me, bro. Because we're gonna take it as disrespect. We're gonna take it as like a kind of like you ain't really trying to do business. You just trying to waste my time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here, bro. Like literally, like if we really trying to like you're doing a show. Like you have your reasons for doing a show. Me, I'm here to talk boxing, bro. And I'm always gonna give.
Man, I'm trying to be all holy. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like
you trying to be all holy and shit. Like you trying to just, bro. You're fucking troll admitted by your own self.
See, look at this, bro. Look at
you're a fucking troll admitted by your own self, man. What the fuck you talking about?
But the HLD's always been like this. I remember the first time I ever spoke to HLD. This motherfucker got mad at me for calling him Way. I thought that was crazy. But it was funny. I'm like, okay, maybe this guy don't speak to Mexicans.
For
you know?
me, for
And
you
I get
calling
it.
me
Okay, maybe
Ray?
he's never spoken to a Mexican before.
Now you're trolling.
But then, actually, you don't remember that?
That I got mad for you calling me Ray.
But that's the thing. I thought you got mad at the time because it was my first time ever on a panel. Like I didn't know what this was.
Because I was goofing with you, bro.
Yeah, that's why I eventually like came to my own conclusion. You know why you did it, but to me, okay, this fucker at the end of the day was trolling me, you know. But the thing is, like that was like the first time I ever yelled at anybody on the internet.
The fact that you remember that tells me a lot.
Right, like this is all I do, HLD. I used to do more, but at the pandemic, it changed me a little bit. Like literally, I go to work, I come talk shit on YouTube. That's literally all I do, and take care of my daughter.
Well, look, put up. I'm not giving HOD a pass. But when I say this, is what I'm trying to say is like, I think he can't when he's engaging in a conversation. Like, he reminds me of my cousin. Okay, my cousin is like that. I'll say to Chris, like, I'll literally be like, yo, Chris. I'll say, Chris, stop yelling. I'm talking to you like this, Chris. I'll be like that. Like he's just like that, bro. And I'm like, I'm not giving him a pass on that, but it's like it's almost like he can't control himself when he gets hyper and he wants to make his point across. Everybody in the chat sees it. Look, they were like,
none of you guys compare to what I know, man. Like, that's just the fact.
Fuck out, HLD.
Now
you're being like you what you're saying I was being, bro.
That is just a fact.
This is every day.
I'll give it to you. HLD knows way more than me.
Just because
you want to buy, you used to feel like controls the purse. You used to feel like controls the purse.
I'm just looking at the guy.
You just said that Mr. Suleiman said he controls the purse.
What? I can't talk a bunch of bullshit like you? Like I can't indulge with some comedic. So
now, wait to me. I don't know.
HLD has the patent on capping. Don't do it in front of HLD. He'll call you out every single time and he'll cook you.
Absolutely.
You know how many times HOD has said to me, like he comes up here and he's like, you don't know the business. I do. I'm like, okay, HOD. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the WBC, bro.
By the way, both of y'all are always up on my panel. Y'all always support me, bro. So I don't give a fuck, bro. Like it's cool. At least the one thing I can say about you guys, you two, is you guys are always here. You guys are always, you know what I mean? It's like, so I'm not saying I'm giving him a pass, but I mean, motherfucker is always here. So it's like I can't get too bad. It's not, you know what I mean?
What is it to get mad at? You want to say that you're trying to say that the sanctioning bodies have power, and I'm telling you, they have no power versus the person with the purse.
No, well, that's that wasn't necessarily what I'm saying. Let me say it a different way because I think let's first off.
Can you admit that?
Yeah, I do, and I also admit too that they do shitty shit like this. That's why I brought this whole when Jonathan Ramirez he reminded me with this whole the whole Robert Garcia and O'Reilly thing. Like it's wrong what they did. They both do it. It's wrong. Okay, he should have had a rematch clause in his fight, and Gary and Antoine Russell shouldn't have gotten a title shot coming off a loss to Puello. He should have never just got a rematch clause, not a rematch. He should have got a rematch clause, and Antoine shouldn't have got a title shot coming off a loss. And yes, that's the sanctioning body trying to be bullies. And not only that,
and that's a boxer.
But not only that, but promoters too, brother.
That's a boxer who's uneducated of his rights. And that's a boxer who because he is not his best advocate. He folds to these motherfuckers because once you become a full-fledged champion, a promoter is nowhere in hell he could just shelf you.
Well, let me say this:
as long as you hold the belt, you got mandatories, and you can't prevent that.
If you a champion, don't you automatically get rematch clauses?
No, that's up to the promoter and the negotiations.
But I'm saying, okay, let me say this. If let's say I became champion, right? I'm not gonna fight if I think there's a possible. Now, of course, I could lose any fight, but if I think I'm gonna fight UHOD and I think that you're good work and I might lose, I'm not. I'm gonna say, bro, I want a fucking rematch clause. And why wouldn't my promoter give me a rematch clause if I'm fighting under him?
Well,
Unless
the same promoter for Rayo and for Gary Russell, who they work under.
That's what I was about to say. Unless they're both under the same.
Yeah, there you go.
So it looks like
they're helping each other over there at PBC.
It's almost like they directed Antoine Russell to become champion.
Well, they did, basically. I mean,
go ahead, Pudo.
Yeah, if you allow me to cook real quick, I gotta go, man. I gotta clean the grill. This is the thing about HOD as well, about how the promoters have extreme power and even over the purse. If you remember, and this is like all like documented on the internet through social media and before social media, because this was like before social media got that powerful, the negotiations between Triple G and Canelo, the WBC literally tried to control how much Canelo could ask for to fight Triple G, because that's how much power he has. And also, Canelo, in my humble opinion, dissed the WBC right now because of what the WBC has done to him in the past. A lot of people talk about that franchise belt and how Canelo created it. Nah, that's all Mauricio. And Mauricio also, how the whole beef started between him and Canelo is that he wanted Canelo to rep for the first Triple G and Canelo fight. This fucking, I forgot what they called it, Tio Khan belt, or it was one of those brand new belts that he gives out to everybody now. Canelo said, nah, fuck that.
Oh,
and
you mean like making up a belt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like a commemorative belt.
You mean?
Yeah. And the commemorative belt. And he didn't say fuck that because he was like, oh my God, no, I gotta fucking fight for boxing and this is bad for boxing. He did that because Mauricio made us because Mauricio was in it with Triple G, Loeffler, and HBO to try to fucking like literally negotiate, which he's not supposed to do, to get Triple G all this shit and literally diminish his value, because at the end of the day, Canelo never asked for the Triple G fight. Canelo and Triple G were homies.
Wait, hold on.
These motherfuckers wanted to make that fight. Go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it with WBC? Wasn't Mauricio Sulaiman? Remember when everybody was getting on Canelo for I think it was they were getting on Canelo and Tio for taking the franchise belt and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And they were saying that Mauricio Sulaiman was doing this, but at the same time, he wasn't taking the belt away for Jamal Charlo for not fighting and getting into trouble. And then he also made like the Juneteenth belt and shit like that, or whatever this shit. Wasn't he doing that as well? Like, on both sides?
That's all the offshoots. That's all the offshoot of all that. My point being, is just to the comment that he was saying, how they can't affect the purses. Yeah, they can. Do they affect it in every single time? Nah. But these guys are very, very powerful. And I gotta go, fellas, man. Thanks for letting me cook, Shadow.
Hey, Pluto, thanks, bro.
Hey, don't trip. I'm out.
Yeah, I see. I don't mind Mauricio Sulaiman getting out, bro. I don't mind him. He should go. I never really liked him, bro.
No, but again, why didn't Mauricio?
You're breaking up, HOD. HOD. You're breaking up.
I'm charging the phone now, and I think I got you on speaker. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I can't even hardly hear you with that.
Not at all.
I mean, yeah, a little bit. Go ahead.
Let me see.
Actually, go ahead.
How about now?
Yeah, go ahead. Talk.
No, what I'm trying to say, why did Mauricio Sulaiman control that? Because they were fighting for the WBC belt. But if you don't care about like for example, right now.
Hey, by the way, you should always talk like this. It balances out your volume. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I have no control on the volume, bro. It just goes crazy on this thing.
Nah, that's perfect. Go ahead.
Now, I'm on this panel right now with you, man, and you paying me shit to have the presence of HLD on your channel, man. But I'm here because I want to be with Shadow.
Yeah.
But if Nestor Gibbs comes on and he goes, yo, man, I want to join the boxing books, man, and I'm gonna pay you, $50,000, man, and you hang out with me. And then I go, you know what? Well, shit. All right, I'm gonna tell you, see you later, man. See you later.
I wouldn't get mad, but go ahead. I'd be like, go ahead.
But that's the point. The only time that a sanctioning body has is when you care about it. If you don't care about it, bye-bye. That's the only time that it matters.
But I guess my whole point. I guess my whole point is originally what wasn't the sanctioning bodies there for the belts, right? And the ranking system, correct?
And their own ranking system.
Right, their own ranking system, right.
But the ranking system to you to climb up to the top for their belt.
Right.
But if Turkey's saying, I don't care about you guys no more, hey, fighters, you fight for my belt. The Ali Act says your promoter cannot turn down a fight with the biggest purse. So guess what Bill's going to do?
Hey, is the Ali Act for that and also double dipping?
Yeah, what you were saying earlier, like for an example, that hey, I'm gonna Teal, Teal's gonna be fighting with Turkey now, right?
Yeah.
All right, so he's getting over $30 million.
Right.
Now for Bob Arum says, oh yeah, we'll do that. He's still gonna get his cut out of whatever that amount is.
But he can't take a cut on top of that.
But he can't just say, hey Turkey, for me to want to know that, you gotta give me another, $2 million under the table.
Right, because that's the
that he can't do that.
Yeah, because I was thinking, I'm like, because when you think about it, right? So you have
you
someone like I'm just saying, for instance, like you have like someone like Eddie Hearn, right? Let's say Jerron in his boots, right? He wants to put him on in Philly, right? He pays him $2 million, right? And his opponent, whoever, let's just say their promoter is Samson Lukowicz. Samson Lukowicz is going to put up their money for their fighter, right? But now if Turkey comes out of nowhere and says, hey, you know what? I'm going to pay for everything. The promoter's like, oh shit, I ain't got to come out of pocket, right? Now Eddie Hearn, he's like, I'm going to give you your cut, right? Now, Eddie Hearn can't also take his cut on top of the cut that he's given, because normally he would say, this is how much you're getting. This is my cut. And now, but if Turkey's coming out of nowhere and like, hey, I'm going to pay your cut and I'm going to pay you too, he can't double dip and be like, hey, you got to give me the cut out of your money. Remember? You see what I'm saying? He can't double dip now.
Well, the only way he can double dip is like for example, Teal, I'm not sure he does, but let's just say he does. Let's say Teal has an exclusive rights to fight on ESPN. And that's through the promotional company with Top Rank.
Right.
Well, then he has to pay extra to get the rights to be able to show Teal on a different network. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then so that's one part of it, and the other part is you're saying, and the other part makes sense too. So the other part is if I'm your promoter and I don't like the fight, but yet they're offering you way more money. Let's say they're offering you 10 million, right? But I don't like it or whatever. I can't just turn it down because I don't like it. The Ali active, if it's the highest bid, then I'm allowed to get that, because I could see how that could get into, you know what I mean?
A promoter cannot turn down the fighter's higher purse from somebody else.
Right. That's actually smart.
Let's say like again with Teal. Turkey offers Teal so much money, but then Bob Arum says, no, I don't want him to go over there. You got to fight this guy for only $2 million. No, he can't do that. And Teal has every right to accept it or deny it if he wants to, but that's up to Teal.
Hey, speaking of Teal, bro, I'm going for him with Barboza. And I'm looking at this whole shit like to me, I'm looking at this like a tournament almost, because you got these guys fighting, and you heard when him and Ryan Garcia was going back and forth, and Ryan was like, hey man, we gonna run it. We gonna run it. I'm looking at this almost like, so if Teal beats Barboza, right? And then Ryan, who's Ryan fighting again?
Ryan's fighting
Rolly, right? Yeah, he's gonna knock Rolly out. And then you got Devin and Jose Ramirez. I'm actually curious to see how Devin's gonna look, but
I'm not gonna even predict that fight. There's too many what ifs that I don't know.
Way what ifs, right?
I don't know what's the physical shape of I mean, I'm talking about punch resistance in the head for Haney, and I don't know how his mentals are.
And let me ask you this. I know I might be looking too much into it. But was it me, or was Devin like he's a little bit more humble? Like if this let's say Devin would have never lost that fight, right? How you think he would have been in that press conference? I think he would have been way more vocal, talking mad shit. He probably would have said something to T.O. whatever, right? But I think bro, he took a beating, bro, and it's
they were all on Xanax. Teal was the only one, and Barboza doing their thing. But everybody else, all these nutcases, they're trying to act holy and this and that. Like all this bullshit that Ryan's selling. I mean, he's selling that shit of all I'm smoking, bro. If he was smoking marijuana, he would have popped. You know what I mean? That's a lie. That's a lie. So I mean, he's just trying to sell the redemption card, bro. This is a script. Like, I'm an asshole. I was doing bad, and now I'm coming back, and I'm trying to be a good boy. It's just such a joke. Now, Devin, he's a little bit different. Yeah, he got humbled.
He humble now, right? He real humble, bro.
Well, not so much because he was talking shit with Tio, right?
Did he?
I was Tio knew how to trash talk because he just does it.
Was he? Were they going back and forth?
Yeah, he was like, bro. He told the manager next to him, like, bro, I know you tired of his ass, bro. Are you on drugs? Then Tio says, yeah, I'm on drug, and then he pumped his bicep. Drug A, drug B.
Yeah. I didn't see Devin like. He just looks like, and look, there's too many questions when it comes to Devin, bro. There's too many questions, bro.
No, Ramirez looks huge next to him, bro.
Yeah, Ramirez, but Ramirez is big as it is. Yo, they're fighting at 147 too, right?
Yes, bro.
Wow, bro.
So this is the problem. We don't know. I normally like 100% Devin Haney. I think he could definitely outwork Ramirez. That's what we're seeing Ramirez do lately. But we don't know how his resistances and his mentals. Then when it comes to Ramirez, bro, he's only 32 years old, but he's been fighting like he's a washed fighter because he's been like a drunk and shit on the off season, not being a fighter's life. So he looks like he's washed. But if we could get one great performance out of him, yo, that could be a dangerous fight for Devin Haney. He could get knocked out.
Yeah, he could throw a roadblock on everything.
Yeah, and Rolly too if he catches Ryan. There's not to say.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
If he catches him, yeah, it can happen.
I think Rolly's had way too many concussions, bro. And by the way,
but him punching and taking a punch is two different things.
Yeah, but still, I still no, that's absolutely right. But I'm just saying he's taken a lot of concussions and it's affected it. I'm saying it's affected his offense. He even admitted himself that the last fight he had, the dude where he won, I forgot the dude he fought. But they were talking to him at the end of the fight, and he even admitted he's like, yeah, I was hesitant and I shouldn't. I was hesitant.
This was the biggest problem. Now these guys are fighting at the weights that they should have been fighting.
Well, but I'm just thinking like maybe because like when you get knocked out and you get caught, sometimes it messes with your head and you don't take too many chances like you used to because you don't want to get caught. But then again, I don't even know if Rolly can adapt like that. All I know is this, Rolly, bro, they've been giving him hard fights, bro. I mean, huh?
I mean, Ryan should win this fight. I'm just gonna make this clear, but I'm just saying that if Rolly catches him, he could stop him too.
Yeah, he can. Rolly got power. Rolly got. I just see. Man, I don't know. I see Ryan clipping Rolly early, bro. I just see him early.
That could be very much so. The best fight of the night is gonna be Tio and Barboza.
Yeah,
that was entertaining because I think we're gonna see like another Josh Taylor type of performance.
Yeah, let me show you something. I know you've seen it, but when Tio has this look in his eyes, bro, like you could tell, like when he's act like, because he always acts out of pocket, but when he said this, the Times Square, like Tio wasn't playing with him, bro. Tio was like, bro, you've been talking a lot of shit. You making it seem like I've been ducking you. Now you're gonna see. When he said, I'm looking at Tio, I'm like, Tio might beat the fuck out Barboza, bro.
Tio humbled him in Times Square, bro. Like he saw, okay, Barboza found out I'm not the alpha.
Right, because you know what? Because I think Barboza thought in his head, Tio's been avoiding me. He's scared of me. And when he saw him face to face, I think Tio was like, nah, bro, like you've been making it seem like I'm scared, and I'm not, bro.
It's that Tio's not a good, like when you confront him and all that stuff, and he's not good at that trash talk. He doesn't act like, bro. He just doesn't act the way I would want him to act. He lets a lot of shit slide and shit, bro. And I'm like, dude, act like you the dog, man.
Well, he's talking about that cigar talk shit.
No, well, yeah, that too.
First off, in regards to that, I guess everybody sees things differently, but you know what I saw? Like, I don't know that guy. I don't know. I mean, I'm not talking shit about him. I'm just telling you from where I'm at. I've talked about this plenty of times, bro. Like when somebody's like in a public place, right? And I've said this a lot of times, and it's the truth. And if people know, then you know. When you really got something to say to somebody, you walk up to them and you tell them, "Yo, let's go outside." And the reason why you don't do that when there's a lot of people around is because you know people are gonna be like they're gonna hold you back, and you could say, "Hey, you start you start this big ass like you putting on a front and clout and shit like that." But like really, if you really are about that and you really want to do something to somebody, you calmly go up to them and you say, "Hey, yo, HOD, let's take a walk around the block." That's what real motherfuckers do that really want to get down.
He spoke to Najee. He wasn't being. He was just conversating with him, bro. But
yeah, but I looked at Najee.
He confronted T.O. Oh, he checked T.O.
Right. People want to make it seem like, and look, and then on top of that, though,
man, he had his every right. Yo, man, why are you doing that, bro? I don't want you.
Yeah. Oh no, I agree. First off, I agree with him. You already know how I feel about that monkey shit. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Talking, there was nothing really bad.
I don't like it. But I can tell you this though, like people, it's an opportunity thing because it's like you know if you do that. I mean, let's think about it. This is you got to think about it like this too. You know that if you approach T.O. on something like that and everybody's out with their phones, you know. And when I'm looking at Najee, like when the camera coming around him like this, he's like looking around, like, you know, you can see people are recording and shit. And to me, I don't know, it's just different. Like to me, it's like if you really got something to say to me, bro, you don't got to make a scene like this.
But you know what's funny about that?
You could pull me to the side and say, "Hey, you know what, T.O., you know, you came on my channel, we did an interview, you know, why you doing that?" But no, you wanna be like this, and you want people to be like, "Yo, why you doing that?" And to me, that gets no points where I'm from. That's why where people is like, "Oh, he stood on business." Nah, he stood on views. He stood on views, in my opinion. And I don't know the man, but I'm just telling you, that's how I look at shit. Just like, yo, were you here at my live yesterday?
No, for a little. Oh yeah. You
I played the Crawford
late last night, right?
Yeah, I played the Crawford did an interview yesterday, and in his interview, in so many words, he says, you know, saying it without saying it, he said basically he didn't check T.O. He basically said that you know, he took the more adult route out because he didn't want to jeopardize the Canelo fight. And I've known T.O. for a very long time, and I've always been there for T.O. Did you see that? Here, let me show it to you. Look,
no, I saw the interview.
I saw that, right? So that's a stark contrast difference than what people are making it seem like. All right, because it's that's all I'm saying. But then again, this is the internet, and I expect that. But all I'm saying is, like, I think people have a different perspective where you grow up at. Just like when people say you know the N-word, you know, when people on the West Coast, they take offense to it, but then when people say it on the East Coast, they don't understand it. I think culturally is different. So I think when people say, "Oh, he pressed them," I think it depending on where you come from. But to me, ain't nobody pressed T.O. yet because words isn't gonna do anything. Like to where like you need a consequence, bro. A person needs a consequence because if not, you're gonna keep doing it. Especially if I don't give you a consequence, people are gonna look at me like, look, this guy just talked to Shadow however he wants. And all he said is he's playing around and Shadow let it go. That now people look at me and go, I could do the same thing. It's just that's how I look at things. And I've always been like, if you really got a problem with somebody and you're around a lot of people, right? This is just how I've been like, bro. You go up to that person and you tell them, let's go outside. And nobody gotta know nothing if I really got something because if I do it in front of here, people are gonna get in the middle and you're gonna hold me back, and I try to look all tough, but to me, that's nothing but clout. There's nothing that you like. To me, I don't know. You just don't get no points for that, bro. You just don't. But the Times Square thing, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, you know what I wanted to. I'm trying to find the video because you saw the episode with Punch, right?
Which one?
When Punch was at the press conference and he was about to put his foot up somebody's ass.
Who? Punch or T.O.?
Punch, bro. Let me send you the video, man.
Yeah, send it to me. No, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, bro. But then there's another. The video I have doesn't show what I want to show you. But let me show you so at least you know what was going on. Give me a second. Let me download it so I can send it to you.
Right here. Right here. I got this one right here. Hold on. Let me show you this first.
And
right here. Here we go. Right here. Okay.
There you go. Son.
You know, what the fuck that mean? Everything good, earn that shit good. Nah, I ain't gonna give him my eyes until that shit.
Oh, that was good.
Come on, man. Respect that shit. Respect that shit. Nah, yeah, y'all gotta put respect on boxing, though. Ain't no fuck with that. Come on, Bob. Yo, be out. You know what the fuck that mean? Everything good, earn that shit good. Nah, I ain't gonna give him my eyes until that shit taken away. Correct.
Oh, that's the short one. That's the short one. There's the one where he says no. He gotta earn it. He gotta earn it. He's been talking shit.
Well, what he was pissed off about is that they wanted to use that game belt that they're promoting.
Yeah. Oh, here it is, right here. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Hold on. Let me take this out. Hold on. Here it is, right here.
What that mean? Everything good, earn that shit good. Nah, I ain't gonna give him my eyes until that shit taken away. Come on, man. Respect that shit. Respect that shit. Nah, yeah, you gotta respect my shit. You gotta earn it. That's why we fight. That's why we fight. You gotta earn it. All right, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, yeah. Y'all gonna see. You gonna watch.
Man, that's the wrong one too, man. I hate I can't find the one, but there's the one. But that's basically that was but there was one where because the way Barboza, like I think in his mind, and like I said, I don't know him, but it looks like, you know, when you think because a person has paid you no mind, right? Like because a person didn't respond to you so you think in your head like, oh, he didn't respond to me because he's scared. And then when you bump into him, the dude's like, nah, I ain't never scared of you. I just ain't pay you no fucking mind. now we're fighting. Now I'm gonna beat the fuck out you. That's how I'm looking at it. Yeah, I think T.O.'s gonna beat this guy clearly, bro. I like Barboza though, because I will say this, as far as like, I've been hard on him recently, but you know, his past couple of fights, he did what he had to do, and I actually had.
I respect that. I respect he's earned his spot. You know, to fight in the WBA.
He's earned it, because I thought Jack Catterall was going to beat him.
Right? No. There's no question that this is different than it was a couple years ago. The guy, he earned his spot by carrying a couple of decent names to become the mandatory. Great. I don't got a problem with that. I think he's earned it now more than ever. Here, I sent you a video on X, so you can see this, bro.
Okay.
And then I got another one to the point about this Najee guy.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Hold on. Stop screen. Share screen.
Now, this was the day of the press conference of the one you were just showing with T.O., Ryan.
This is later on that night, right?
And the same time, just right after.
Oh, is that inside or something? Because it looks
right.
dark. Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, you see the stage up there where T.O. was at.
Yeah, they're inside. Okay, here we go.
And that's Radio Hall.
How you feel about getting knocked out by Keyshawn?
That's full bullshit, bro.
Oh, what'd he say? How you feel about getting knocked out by Keyshawn Davis?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me play the whole thing. Hold on.
And it's gonna be a great fight.
How you feel about getting knocked out by Keyshawn Davis?
That's full bullshit, bro. That's all bullshit. That was Coach K. Talk to Coach K. Talk to Coach K. And he didn't drop me. Where's Coach K at? Where's Coach K at?
Show the footage.
Coach K at? Show the footage. They lying. They lying because they bitches.
Show the footage.
Fucking lying bitches, bro. That's how I know we got to knock them out now. That's how I know we got you. Because when you lie, you a bitch. Yeah, ain't nobody got knocked out, bro. Ain't nobody got knocked out. Coach K was the one that hit me, bro.
I'm co-signing that shit. He from Brooklyn. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Bro, that's
fuck out of here. What?
Bullshit. The fuck out of here, bro. Shut the fuck up. Bro, snap the shit out of you, bitch. Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Man from Harlem, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about, bro? Fuck that smack shit, bro.
Hey, hold on,
Who
bro.
you threatening, bro? Who you threatening, bro? What's the lenient belt?
Hey, who is that dude? Got a channel? That dude look familiar. Does he have a channel?
I don't know, man. He looks like he's like from Akaka TV's people, man.
No, he looks. Wait a second. He looks familiar. Wait a second.
Show the footage. Show the footage.
See, I wish Chi was a little bit more like this. When somebody look how Punch was, they're like, yo, I'm on it, motherfucker. What's up? I'm the motherfucking king of this bitch.
I think I've seen this guy somewhere. Why does he look familiar?
He looks like he's probably like Akaka TV's people, man.
They lying. They lying because they bitches. Show the footage. Show the footage. Lying bitches, bro. That's how I know we gonna knock them out now. That's how I know we got you. Because when you lie, you a bitch. Yeah, ain't nobody got knocked out, bro. Ain't nobody got knocked out. Coach K was the one that hit me, bro. I'm co-signing that shit. He from Brooklyn. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here. We're from Harlem shit. The fuck out of here, bro. Shut the fuck up. Bro, slap the shit out you, bitch. Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Man from Harlem, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about, bro? Fuck that smack shit, bro.
Yo, Punch can play, bro.
Who you threatening, bro? Who you threatening, bro? What's the lenient belt?
Look, that's my whole shit right there. Look, that's a perfect example right there. Perfect example. I'm glad you showed me this. Perfect example. So look, bro, talking shit, right? There's a fucking 1,000 people there, bro.
Yeah.
I don't see when people do that, bro. They're just barking, bro. Because they say, let me say this: you catch the same motherfucker outside 5 minutes later by himself.
All right, that's the point I'm about to prove to you. Now,
you tell them, so what's up? Where's that energy you was at? Right, and then watch how their whole shit changed, bro. Because they do that because people are looking. They think they can get. That's
now watch this. I want pay close attention because I put this together. Now, Najee was talking to Teal, right? Remember that shit? Cigar Talk was talking to Teal,
yeah.
and he was you just said that with Africa. We talking about Richardson because he told him when Teal was on stage, Teal they were going back at each other, back and forth with each other, and then Teal told him, I don't know, Teal told him something about, man, why don't you pick up some of the bananas from me or something like that.
Right.
So anyway, so Najee was there, right there with Africa when Teal and Richardson were going at each other. That was at the same time that this happened, right? That I just showed you with Punch.
Right. Okay.
When Richardson and Teal were going at each other, and Teal told him something about bananas. Najee was right behind Richardson. All right, so why didn't he say nothing then to Teal that same day? Why didn't he say something to Teal that same day?
Right. Yeah.
Because Punch was there. You know how I know that? Look at the other video that I just sent you.
Oh, you just sent me another one? Okay.
Yeah, where you're gonna see Najee in the background. So why didn't you try to pull the check mark with Teal then?
Well, look, bro, I even said people were trying to say something to me yesterday. I'm like, bro, look at the video with the dude Najee. I don't know, is that his name, Najee?
Najee.
Look at
He's
him.
a good dude though.
He's a good dude. I've seen his channel. He looks like a nice guy. Listen, I'm not against with why he did it. I understand he's sticking up for his people. He don't like it. I mean, it's just the way, like when the
man, if somebody calls you a spick, you think I'm sticking up for you, bro, with that shit, bro?
When you come around with the camera, you could tell like he's looking around and he knows people. All I'm saying is this: like if somebody calls me a spick or is being disrespectful, I don't have to say nothing in front of 100,000 people, bro. If I see you, I'm gonna say let's go outside. And then it is what it is. Now, if you act the same way outside, then we're gonna throw hands.
Bro, somebody calls you a wetbag. You think I'm gonna be offended? I'm gonna be like, oh, my people.
Me doing it in front of 100 people, knowing that people are gonna get in the middle and go, no, man, let me hold you back. And then that's the same thing. These are the same people that when you hold them back and you let them go, they look at you. Why you let me?
I don't see shit like that, man. I see. If somebody's insulting you individually, they're insulting your ass. They ain't insulting me. If somebody comes up to you, Shadow, we Puerto Rican, and they call you a spick, a fucking wetbag, a fucking plátano and chuleta motherfucking eating motherfucker, you think I'm gonna? No, that's your insult. He's insulting you. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're insulting all my people, man. What you mean chuletas and beans, man?
Some people, and not everybody is like you though. HOD.
None of us are like that. I don't know not one Mexican's gonna be mad that somebody call out, man. All you eat tortillas and frijoles, and all the entire Mexican community is gonna be like, what the fuck you say?
HOT, first off, brother, this got nothing to do with what I was just talking about. Okay, I'm talking about when he went up to T.O., regardless whether you agree why he's going up there or why he's not. This isn't about whether you agree.
No, I'm just saying that as a side note.
Okay, fine. That doesn't have anything to do with what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when the camera goes around him, he's looking. You can see he's looking, and he knows.
Oh yeah, our camera's on me, bro. Opportunity.
Right, cameras is on me. Opportunity.
And I got Teofimo Lopez on this shit.
Right.
Yeah, we get it.
Right.
Punch said that too. Why do you do that? I'm there.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like if you really got something to say, and especially if you somewhat know somebody or you did an interview with them or whatever, you could be like, yo, let's go outside. Like, you don't got to do. That's why that gets no points to me. And when I see people in the comment, he stood on business. No, he stood on views, bro.
So Najee waited for the next day with the Canelo interview. I mean, with the Canelo press conference to talk to Tio. But look, press this other video. Why didn't he do it when Punch was there?
Let me see.
Play the other video. You'll see him in the background.
Is it right here? Hold on.
Yeah. You're gonna hear Two Tone talking a little bit because he made he's being the comedian about this.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Here we go.
But in the background, you see that. So I'm like,
is this the same? Is this the same altercation?
Same altercation, okay. But this time you see Najee in the video. So he was there when Teal talked shit to Africa. But why didn't he talk to Teal then? If you see slowly, he's to your right.
And you see how to do it? Yo, that's the shit I'm talking about, bro. Oh my god, bro. These motherfuckers, bro. Oh my god, yo, these dudes grew up in a different area than me, man. This shit is funny as fuck to me, bro. Oh my god, this is, and some of these people, you got some people that you stood on business, bro.
Yeah, hey, Punch, tell him, get the fuck up out of here. What did the guy do? He got the fuck up.
Where you going, bro? Where you going? Let's go outside. Where
when you start going slowly, you're gonna see this guy's there.
Yo, these dudes is funny, bro.
Watch to your right. You'll see. And
yo, is that? I thought that was Andre with them dreads.
No, I thought so too. He's
right there.
Look it up. There he is, right there, right behind the guy with the dreadlocks. That's him.
He's smiling, whatever, right? Yeah, well, yeah. You could pull T.O. to the side right now, right?
Why didn't you do it then? That was the same day he was talking shit to Africa.
And this is not like T.O. did something like at that specific moment. Because if you go back to when they're talking, he's bringing up shit that T.O. said like last week and shit.
No. He's talking about that's the same day. You're not understanding. Hitchens was at the press conference.
I heard you when you said that. Yeah.
And T.O. gave him the insult about bananas again, right? Now he was right behind Hitchens when that happened.
Is that on camera?
Yeah, Tio and them talking shit to each other. Yeah, and so he was right behind Hitchens when that was happening, but he didn't say nothing to Tio then.
You didn't say nothing then, right?
He didn't say nothing during this time either. But then the next day was the Canelo press conference. Punch wasn't there. Punch didn't go to that press conference. Tio was there, and that's when. Najee had the big chest to want to talk to Tio. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, I'm laughing because when the camera pans over here, right? Punch is walking towards him and he's like, "What's up?" And look, when you look at this guy, look.
Yo,
it's the shit I'm talking about, bro. And I don't understand, bro.
And you saw how close he was at the beginning, right?
I don't expect people to understand. I mean, I get it. Maybe where they're from, that does mean something. I don't know. I'm not even co-signing violence. I'm just saying it doesn't equate to
Look, he commented on that video to Two-Tone. And look what he says. Let me post it for you.
Who commented on the video?
Najee. He posted on the video of Two-Tone.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and look what he says.
Okay, hold on. Let me back it out.
So he commented under the post, and look what he's saying.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, bro. Oh, I gotta share this so everybody can see. Oh, bro, I'm glad you did this, HOD.
Hey, Papa, you gotta give me a moment to show you.
Oh my god. Oh my god, are you serious, bro? Hold on.
Yeah, so he says,
let me show everybody this. Let me show everybody.
I thought you were insulted that Tio called them
right. Oh my god. Bro, this is the shit I'm talking about. Okay, so for anybody who was in my live yesterday telling me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when I know motherfuckers is doing it for views, look at this shit, bro, with your own fucking eyes. Look. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Hold on. Let me back this out real quick. Hold on.
I don't have a channel because I don't want one, but I'm trying to give you information.
Right here. Look. Look at the bottom on the right. I'm in the background loving the energy. I'm in the background. That's Najee, right? This the same guy where people were telling me he stood on business, Shadow. He pressed him, Shadow. No, he didn't. He did it for clicks. Over here, he's saying I'm in the background loving the energy. I mean, this is what I'm saying, bro. These dudes I'm telling you, bro. This is why the shit. I don't even have to explain half this shit, bro. I could tell when somebody is not for real. If you for real, you go up to somebody, you tell them, let's go outside. I don't need to talk to you on camera in front of 100 people. But now you loving the energy, though, right? It's some bullshit, man. This is all for clout, bro. Ain't nobody pressed TO yet, so stop with the bullshit, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Stop it, bro. Y'all just lie to yourselves all you want, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
How is he loving the energy?
I thought he was offended by what happened, by what you talked about.
Right, because this is the same time. This is around the same time. So
after that.
It's after, right? Yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, bro. These dudes is funny to me, bro. These dudes is funny to me.
Punch was like, bro, he would have done that on there, bro. That would have been epic.
Oh my god, bro.
Mill City challenged them, bro.
So he loving the energy, but then when nobody's around and then when all the cameras come on, then he want to make it seem like he got an issue with T.O. Oh, I see how that works.
And you know who did the video?
Huh?
You know who did the video? The one that he did with T.O.? Because he's connected in the hip-hop world.
Who is?
Najee.
Okay.
So the guy who took the video of him and T.O. that's all over everywhere is a hip-hop guy.
Really?
A hip-hop channel.
Oh, he's got a hip-hop channel. He's not a rapper. He's a
Well, the guy who took the video has a channel about hip hop and whatever. He's connected to Najee, is what I'm trying to say. Because that's where Najee comes from, the hip hop world.
I mean, look, man. At the end of the day, I don't even like the shit that I don't like any of the shit that T.O. does, yo. So it doesn't matter. Like I'm just fair on both sides, bro. Like it's like I got on him, but me personally, how I feel about him with the shit that he does, inside the ring, it is what it is. Outside the ring, I may not agree with it, but this whole shit is like it's all WWE to me, man. Like this shit is weird to me, bro. This shit is weird to me. I guess press means having a conversation. If that's the case, press people.
It was a conversation.
It's a conversation. So I guess if pressing means conversation, then I press people 9 to 5 every day. You should see all the people I press, bro.
Now, do you see how titles influence people's thoughts? You see how subliminal messages affect the way people see things? They read the title, Najee confronts T.O., Najee presses T.O., and so they see the video, and then he pressed on it. Like, no, man, if you look at what happened, he's like I just told you, I didn't have a problem with the conversation. Yo, man, why you doing that, bro? I mean, like I back you up, man. Like, I used to back you up when you're topic, when you start doing all this
this goofy shit. I'm not with it. And so I'm okay with that. There's no pressing about it. But it's the way people want to interpret it, just like they want to interpret what Crawford did. Crawford did
when I Crawford in the interview basically was like, in so many words, when you watch what he says, he basically says that, you know, in so many words, I didn't press him. I know T.O. In fact, he backtracks on the first thing he says. Crawford, he says, the guy says, "What happened with T.O. when you confronted him in what is it called again? Riyadh." And he has to stop himself because let me see if I can get it again. He has to stop himself because he first says, "Nothing. T.O. said what he said, and I didn't have a problem with it." Then he catches himself and he's like, "No, I mean, I did." And then he says, "Oh, I was there for T.O. and I was always there for T.O." And it's a far difference than what people were saying and what they saw.
They want to save face, but like I was trying to
look, at the end of the day, like me personally, it don't make the shit that T.O. I still think T.O. a goofball with that shit. Like I don't co-sign that shit.
He's a goofball, but he's winning.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not. To me, it's still, that's like saying, though. I mean, it is what it is. That's like saying, you know, like when Prograde was trying to tell Devin Haney, like, you go to private school trying to make fun of him, and I'm like, that shit's corny, bro.
That was not all over the. That's
no, but he was trying to. But some people, no, because some people try to make it seem like it's almost like how should I say? Look, at the end of the day, I can't tell because people are from different areas, right?
That's the point of it. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe to somebody in Oklahoma getting pressed is, I don't know, saying, "Hey, what's up? Hi. Hey, man, I disagree with you with what you said on Tuesday. Did you see Shadow press him, bro?" Like that. I guess that's what that means, but that's not what that means where I'm from. So
anywhere Teal goes, he's the topic, and you don't get it.
Well, no, it's not that I don't get it. It's that I don't rock with it.
I get. Okay, we can say we don't rock with it.
I don't rock with it.
But if the purpose is that, Teal went to the Ring Magazine event. Who was the topic of the Ring Magazine event? Teal. Teal went to Riyadh season. Who was the topic of that shit? Teal. Teal goes in.
But he had to. But also, I will say this: he tried to liven up the press conference, but
it's still Teal. As good or bad as it was, the topic is Teal. It wasn't Ryan Garcia. It wasn't Devin Haney. It was Teal Barboza. Teal and Richard.
I think wasn't Ryan Garcia trying to make a point? And Ryan's another one too, because I see what you're saying with Ryan, because Ryan will sit there and try to make it seem like, "Oh, I'm not like that no more," and then watch 2 days from now. 2 days from now, you'll be chilling with some white girl saying some off the wall crazy shit, bro. But he was at the press conference trying to make it seem, I'm a changed man now. You know,
I do believe that he had something going on, like after the fight. I really believe that he went unhinged. I really believe
after the Devin Haney fight.
Right after the Devin Haney fight.
I think he was unhinged during the press conference too.
Nah, he was just acting goofy in itself, but I think he got unhinged, celebrating, partying, really crazy afterwards. And then he was really smoking, and then he was really whatever the fuck he was doing. I believe that. That's when he did all those crazy comments on the spaces. And
hey, when did you get here, Tycho? There was nobody's worried about Najee. Yeah, I think you got. I don't know when you got here, brother. We were a lot of stuff led up to what we were talking about, but yeah, I mean, hey, that's fine, Tycho. If you think he pressed him, fine, Tycho, that's fine. I mean, just at around the same time, he's saying he's loving the energy though, so I guess he's loving the energy. He was, standing behind T.O. and smile at everything, having a great time. But when a couple moments later, when the cameras is on and everything, now
punching around and all that.
Yeah, you're acting different. It is what I mean. Look, at the end of the day, you can't change how people's perspective shit is on anything.
You can have
Crawford come out. You can have Crawford come out and say literally, like, bro, I don't know why people are saying I pressed him. I didn't. He could come out and say that, and I guarantee you people will still be like, he had Tio shaky. Like, so I'm not here to change nobody's mind. I know what I see. I saw the same thing I saw yesterday. I saw a man who, when he was standing in front of Tio, said, yeah, he raised his voice. He raised his voice in front of a whole bunch of people with the cameras on. Yeah, right. To me, you get more points when you say, hey, let's come outside. It ain't even about fighting him. If you really got something to say to him and you know him or you really are offended, you don't gotta make a scene like that, bro. You could just pull him to the side. It's all smoke and mirrors, bro. It's smoke and mirrors. It's all it is. It's no different than this dude that said, yo, fuck you. And when the camera panned, he's halfway down the block. He's halfway down the block. He's like, yeah, fuck you. He's literally, his back is turned. The motherfucker's 200 yards away. He's 200 yards away. It's weird to me, man. It's weird energy, bro.
He was pushing the exit door, bro.
Yeah, he's damn near by the exit door.
He had it wide open, bro. Yeah, fuck you, bro. Click.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
So that's what I'm saying. Look, I mean, I'm not gonna go on my way to say people want it because I know what the game is, bro.
Hey, you're breaking up, bro.
I've been saying that. You hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
I'm just saying I understand what the game is, and so
it's all a game, man. It's all
game inside of the thing. Look, for an example, Richard Hitchison was there. Oh, you don't want to, bro. Your people did not want to take the fight because they don't want to lose the belt. So then you don't get the fight with Tio, but then you go to his event to clout chase Tio's name.
Who said that to him? Hitchens?
No, that's what I'm saying about Hitchens. You didn't. Your promoter and your manager did not want to throw you in the lion's den with Tio.
Bro, you sound like you in that submarine that went down to the Titanic. The one. You sound like you all, man. Your reception is like, your shit is on, like, it ain't even 2G. Your shit is 1.5G.
It's not that, bro. It's that I'm charging.
You want you want a cup with a string. That's your reception, bro. You got the little fucking Dixie cup with a string all the way around the quarter, bro. That's how your shit sound, bro. But yeah, man, I will say this. I think Barboza. Like I said, I respect what he's done his past couple of fights. I didn't have him beating Jack Catterall, and he did, so he got my respect there. But I think Tio's gonna one-sidedly beat this kid, bro. Because I think he has it. And matter of fact, when he was talking, which interview is it too, where he made it seem like I want to find that video where because he was making it seem like Tio was like where is it, man? Let me see if I can find it. Where Tio says to him, bro, you making it seem like I was running from you. No, the actuality is I wasn't paying you any mind, bro. But now I'm gonna fuck you up. Where's it at? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Is that when Barboza left Top Rank?
When what?
How many? When did Barboza leave Top Rank?
Like a year and a half ago. Like a year and a half, maybe at the most.
How many fights has he had with the Zone?
3.
3?
Yeah.
His last couple of fights, he's definitely earned my respect.
His last 2 fights was Catterall and Ramirez, the guy that
right. Yeah.
And then there was one other guy.
He did good.
Oh, McCumbee. He fought McCumbee, I think.
He did, the one that fought Plant?
No,
wait. Plant's at 150.
It was another McCumbee or something like that, but it was a.
Let me see.
And that's the one everybody's saying, bro, you lost that fight.
Oh, they said I didn't see that one. They said Barboza lost it. Oh,
yeah, he did. He lost. He got a gift.
I remember that fight.
He got a gift.
Yes, I do remember that.
It was his debut. It was his debut fight.
Right.
It was on the Devin Haney card.
Yes. I remember that fight. Hold on 1 second. Who was it? It was against.
Bro, my battery shit is. I gotta.
Okay, Sean. I'm about to get off anyway. Sean McComb.
Macomb. You said I was kind of close.
Yeah, Macomb. And that one he won by a split decision.
And he should have lost that fight. He lost that fight.
Yeah. That was at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Is that where Devin Haney fought?
Yeah, that's what Devin Haney fought with Ryan.
With Ryan. That was that night?
Yeah. He was a replacement for just in case Ryan Garcia couldn't make the fight.
That's right. He was. So wait a second. How are you a replacement, but then you fight the same night anyway?
Well, he was the backup plan. Regardless of they would have canceled that fight and he would have fought Haney.
Oh, okay, so they had him. So basically, I get it. That's actually smart. So what you do is you have him fight somebody, get a training camp in, right? And then if somebody pulls out, you got a training camp in, you got a full camp in. He steps in,
like you're ready to go for this fight,
right? And then his opponent, they just give him some step aside or whatever,
Right, they would have to pay for his time for training.
That's actually smart. That's actually smart.
But it's because they kind of knew where how Ryan was acting. That's why. It was only because of the way Ryan was acting that became like that.
Oh, because he was acting. Okay.
Because Ryan.
I was just about to say, why don't the Turk do that, bro?
No, that was only because Ryan was giving all those signals early on. So they're like, you know what? We're gonna have you come in and be a backup just in case.
Ryan, before I get out of here, Ryan was what was it after with Devin? He got he was at a hotel, right? Where he got arrested?
Yeah, that was in Cali.
Didn't he destroy the hotel room?
Yeah, they dropped the charges, I think, and all that, and he paid it, whatever.
But that was it. His mom, something about his mom, though.
Oh, because he was just his mother was diagnosed with cancer at the time or something like that, or possible cancer.
I was just about to say how.
I don't think it was cancer. I think they jumped the gun. I think some women when they get the mammograms they find a lump and they gotta do a surgery to remove the lump just in case it's benign or not. And that's what she was going through.
I was about to say I haven't heard anything from Ryan Garcia's mom or anything.
No, she's fine. She's fine.
Okay, but
she's fine. God, I mean, thank God she's fine. It didn't the surgery when they tested the specimen. Apparently it wasn't cancerous.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. But I'm just saying that they went down that path and he was put that in his mind and then he crying on camera and all that bullshit and
yeah.
I mean it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Man, power is the equalizer in boxing, bro. Because if you have no power, then you gotta. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't have no skills, but I'd rather have some skills and some knockout power than to hardly have any power and then have to, be real skillful and shit. Because a lot. I'm looking at like certain fights. For instance, let me see. Speaking of Arnold Barboza, he's
not a knockout guy at all.
He's not. He's got no power.
No.
So he's got to rely off his skill when he fights Tio. Which is nothing wrong with that. But let me see.
Hey, you saw how Canelo did Showbiz?
Showbiz?
Yeah, you didn't see the interview?
No.
Oh, bro, this funny, bro.
Send it to me before I go. What happened?
Yeah,
Showbiz,
it's funny. It's funny. I'm just gonna send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me.
It's funny.
There's no music on it.
No. This is funny. It was on the Zone, bro. Put it that way. He's working for the Zone now, Showbiz, bro.
I saw him with the what's the two dudes' name?
With Ak
and Barack, right?
He's working with Adole Ipo or whatever his name is.
Wait. So okay, I don't watch Showbiz. Does he still have a channel?
He does his channel. He's got exclusive rights with the Zone, with Turkey. He could now show footages. He could now, bro. He's connected with Ring Magazine also. He's connected with Turkey, bro. He's inside now, bro.
Yeah, he's inside now. Yeah.
Yeah, I sent you the video, bro.
Let me see.
It's funny.
Okay, let me put it up, and then after this, I got to get off, bro.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was about to. I'm doing this damn phone thing, shit.
Here we are, right here.
You gotta play from the beginning. Don't.
I am.
Because you'll fuck it up.
I'm Showbiz the Adult with Canelo Alvarez, and this is Punch Me When You Hear a Better Boxer Than You. All right, okay. Here we go. Caleb Plant, William Skull, good. Berlanga, all right. Bernard Hopkins, Julio Cesar Chavez. Getting kind of confident. All right. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Whew. Triple G. Dimitri Bivol.
I don't show you? Or what? So,
Oh!
in that night, he was better than me.
Yeah, he was trying to tell him. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna play the whole thing.
Wait, I got some more. I got some more.
So the deal is punch me if somebody is better than you.
Right. Yeah.
Who's sick? Roberto Duran. Floyd Mayweather.
Look at Canelo's face though, bro.
Yeah.
He's turning into Chucky, bro.
Yeah.
Watch this.
You done or not?
Last one.
Let me see.
He said, "Let me see." He said, "Let me see."
Let me see. Tell me.
Muhammad Ali.
That was a liver shot, bro.
Hey, at least he gave Ali respect, bro. Because at first I thought he was doing the whole like, you know,
He's just saying names that who think they're better than him. He gave Bivol, yeah, he beat me that night.
Right. That's
Mayweather, he was better than me that night. And then Ali.
And then
Ali. Look at that last shot was a liver shot, but he said the second punch fucked up his back.
I'm out.
Hey, when did he start working for the Zone?
He's been slowly working into the last 6 to 8 months, and now he's now full blown. In the last month and a half, he's now doing interviews with them.
He's like literally like a full-time employee with them.
He's part of it, bro. Turkey got him on board. And he is now with the Zone. So good for him, bro.
Yeah.
Good for him. You know, but yeah, bro, he fucked him up.
So, before you get out of here, bro, you got anything you want to say before we get out?
I like tortillas. I like frijoles.
Man, in regards to boxing, dumbass.
Oh man, I mean, I'm just saying. No, man. I mean, just as we can see, you don't know every. How what was my saying before? Boxing will tell you what they want you to believe and what they want you to know. And as you can see, everything there's business moves and then there's scripted moves, and it's all at the same time. It's all at the same time, So
Well, that's not. You also got to throw in there that some they're like what is the word for it, man?
What are you trying to say? And I'll give you the word.
For instance, like let's say something happens and you try to tell the person, "Hey, bro, that's fake. That really didn't happen," and they're like, "No, it really did," and then you're like, "No, it didn't," and then you actually show them that it's not real, and they still believe it.
Here, let me give you the quote of the day. This is my quote, and I put it somewhere on Twitter, and it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to Mark Twain.
Mark Twain.
Yes.
Let me hear it.
All right. The quote is, "It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled."
That is perfect, bro. That is perfect.
Like I said, I'm the smartest motherfucker in all these panels, bro.
That describes most of YouTube.
That's what I'm. Yeah, but I mean, but when you come to boxing, like you trying to come, he pressed them, like that's why I'm like, hey, this is scripted.
You know what though? You got to understand too, though, in regards to the pressing thing, though, HOD, and you should know this. Some people, and I'm not saying that is not warranted. Look, some people just don't like TO, so you.
And I don't blame them.
Let me finish. So you could show them all the proof you want, or just say, "Bro, that's not what happened," and they're not. they're gonna still make it seem like it happened. Do you
Oh,
understand?
I don't do that.
That's why like I understand it. If
I with you, I share what I shared because it's you. But you think I'm on Twitter? Oh man, this is not no, bro. Like let them believe what they want.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying though. It's like some people, like for instance, like there's really no point of me actually, really, to be honest. The only reason why I did it is the only reason why I went out of my way to make is because that's just how I see it, and it's like I could clearly see the shit is for cameras and clicks, but in reality, I could spend fucking 8 hours trying to break something down, and if a person doesn't want to believe it or just I don't know doesn't like TO, they're gonna see it their way. That's what.
Like if Najee would have been gloating about this on Twitter, for an example, if he would have been gloating, oh yeah, then I would have cooked him. But he didn't do that. He didn't do that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever. Let people think what they want. Let people think that it was T who sent the watermelon. No, bro, he called it out, and I'm still waiting for the hypocrisy of everybody with their selective outrage that this man sent his own self some bananas and watermelon, accused an innocent man of racism, all because he wanted to benefit from his own people's struggle in society, so he can make buzz for his fight. Now that's despicable to me.
That is despicable.
That is totally that's like somebody like saying, oh, like a girl saying, oh, you raped me, blah blah blah. Charge a guy with all this bullshit.
That shit happens all the time too. That shit happens all the time too.
Right, and the girl gets all this sympathy, all this attention, and then you end up finding out, and then guess what happens to her? Nothing. No, bro, that's some fucked up ass shit that Keyshawn did. That is some fucked up shit. You know, and Teal said it on the Ike and Barack show. Like I've been telling you, bro, he just took advantage of the opportunity.
I still didn't see that, so I still.
Oh, you didn't see do you know which one it is?
Yeah, I do, because I put it on my play. I before I went live, I saw it and I put it on my watch later list.
It was a good interview, bro.
I was gonna watch it here, but I'm about to get off. But yeah, I got.
Yeah, go ahead and watch it. You're gonna see he talks about all of this stuff, and
I actually saw you on Twitter. Okay, so you know how you sent me a message and you was like, "Yo, how you okay?" or something like that.
Yeah, motherfucker. Next time respond, man.
I will. My bad.
So yeah, man. I'm good. I'm just taking a hiatus. All right, bro.
I went on X and I saw you had put something. You was like, for all the people saying about the watermelon, and you put a post up there, and you was like, T.O. explains this, and it was Ike and Barack, and then that's when I was like, really? He did an interview with Ike and Barack, and then I was gonna watch it today. I'm gonna watch it when I get off because I gotta get.
It's a good interview, bro. It's right off the bat. Boom! It just hits you with what you want to know.
All right. I appreciate
it. All right, man. Hey, man. Shadow, you have a good night, bro. We'll catch you on the next one. Everybody hit the like and subscribe for Shadow Ghost 81.
Take care.
Peace out, man. Much love.
Take care. I don't know why he always puts the 81. I put Shadow Ghost because of my old videos. Yo, y'all have a great night, man. I mean, I always be stressing this shit. I don't know why, bro. I gotta put a timer on my shit, bro, because this should be exhausting me, bro. I don't understand. I don't know why I just don't cut HOD off and just be like, yo, the live gonna end. But I just keep going. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all have a blessed. Hey, yo, wait a second. Is tonight any fights on tonight? I know the UFC got I'm gonna watch that UFC fight. What's his name? Pereira is fighting. What's his name? That's a good fight too. What's the guy's name, bro? Yeah, I'm gonna put that on. All right, bro. Y'all have a great night. Appreciate y'all, man.